Where's the music? There it is. Kind of forgot last time we streamed, I turned off the music. Now we got the music. Welcome everyone. We're here for yet another Sonic Frontier stream. Been about 2 weeks, but we're ready to continue our Chaos Island adventure of Sonic Frontiers. See what I did there? It's a pun. Funny. So we're gonna go ahead and continue where we left off. We were, I wouldn't even say halfway. We got a lot more of this island to explore. At least a third, I would say, maybe we explored, so that's not much. We got a lot more left, so that's what we'll be doing tonight. If I want preference, I don't know how long I'm actually gonna go for. I'm gonna be honest on this one. I kind of have a bad headache, so I'm gonna just go for as long as I feel comfortable. If I gotta end it early, I end it early, but I'm gonna try to go for the full amount of time, so we'll see how I feel. Just want to give people a heads up on that. But before we start, I want to show this. I don't know what happened, but I'm guessing that the clever people who run the Hedge Mod Manager, they decided to just do a funny little update of that. You just get like a weird, goofy close-up image of Tazaki Iizuka because, I don't know, April Fool's around the corner. It's a funny. I don't know why they did that. Anyways, here are my mod list if you were curious about that. You notice a new one in here. This is a new costume. I decided let's just try out a new costume tonight. Why not? Because we can do that. So I'm using the Lightspeed outfit mod, which essentially just replaces the model of Sonic in this game with the Lightspeed shoes and then like the bracelet thing that was in Sonic Adventure 1. And this one's based on the Dreamcast model, so I have to make sure my outfit's default for this to work. So now we should be able to load up and see a new Sonic. Yeah, there we go. It's a little hard to see. Maybe get a little closer to the rocks so the camera gets stuck on it a bit. And I can zoom it in. It's like the worst thing to do. It's so hard. But you can kind of see it there. The shoes are different. We got a bracelet on. So, nice little visual difference this time around. Anyways, let's get this started. Here you go, Tails. Have your wrenches.
Look, it's an assault model Death Egg robot. It looks pretty entrenched. I'll take a look around. Let me know if you find anything.
You don't see something like this every day. These things are tough to take down, even for me. Wonder what took it out. Maybe that ghost girl.
Hey, Sonic, I found a remote control panel. It's still online.
Well, let's see what Eggman was trying to do with this thing. And if it goes bad, you can shut it off.
In theory, I mean, Tails is essentially a ghost right now. He doesn't have much of an interactability in the physical world, being stuck in cyberspace. Well, hopefully you're right on that, Sonic. Otherwise, we're gonna have a problem. Alright, here we go. A hacking mission. This is a new gameplay style here. So we move around, we can shoot either a light shot or a dark shot, and then we have a meter refill for a powerful homing laser. I think of this like Ikaruga, because this is essentially the same kind of mentality. If you shoot the light balls with your light attack, then you blow them up and vice versa. It is not what I was expecting in my Sonic game, I'm not gonna lie. This is very different, but it's still cool. I never beat Ikaruga, but I have played it. Ikaruga's a very hard shooter, but I haven't really played that many shmups and beat them. Most of the time when I'm playing a shmup, I usually get about a couple stages in at most, because they're just that difficult. Not really my gameplay style, that's kind of why. They're really difficult for me. Okay, you're both light shots, that's good. Right now, this is pretty easy. We got a couple of these later into the game we'll be playing too. It's not just a one-and-done minigame type. We'll have this again here later. Like a couple times, actually. So it's good to know how this controls now, since we'll be seeing it again. So I feel like we made a mistake. We just made this island worse. Good going. Handshake to myself. We did destruction. I would shake Tails' hand, but it's
that did the trick.
in cyberspace.
Yep, it revealed a subterranean pathway. Be careful, though. Whatever took out that super badnik might still be lurking around.
I hear that. Thanks, buddy. I'll see you later.
Now let's see what this little tunnel was now. Check out what's actually in here. A 2D section that doesn't work correctly. My favorite. I skipped the trigger, apparently. Very easy to do. Ah, there's another trigger. I think they understood how these 2D sections worked in this game because of how easy it is to skip triggers. They just put other triggers in the middle of the 2D section just in case you broke out. It's smart game design. I'll give the devs that because so many of these 2D sections you can just skip. I want to see, can I break out of this one? Because I don't want to be in 2D that much longer. There we go. I want to see if there's anything else in this section I might have missed. I can't do that in 2D. No, I think we're clear. There's other stuff on the island we could get and explore, but not 2D section-wise. But before we go any further, there's a thing here I want to take care of. Open up a little more of the map. Nice camera. It didn't even move with me. Oh, it's one of these run puzzle things. Perfect timing for me to land. Where's the next line? Oh, there it is. I actually ran past it. Now how do I get back? There you go. Like, how do I get back when I'm stuck in 2D? It's fine. We got more than enough time. We're good. We're good. We're good. 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 Half the time left and we still cleared it. We're good. I wasn't even just doing that to meme. I was serious. And give me some of the coins. The useless little C, because we're never using this. Hey, Kira, how you doing? Yeah, for some reason that's not a skydive section. I don't know why. I thought that when I first played this game too. It's like, why is that not a skydive section? That feels like a skydive section. Section. Me. Oh, it's an enemy nearby. Those ones. Okay. Also, it's been a bit since, last seen you here. Congrats on all those, times you've been getting in the new Kirby, by the way, here. Like, you've been doing some hardcore speedrunning stuff in that game. I saw you got some world records at one point. That's really cool. So congrats with that. And hey, Matt, how you doing? Started doing reading for school. Feeling bored? Oh, that sounds like a school moment. That should be enough. Yeah. Oh, there's an enemy nearby, so I skipped the little cutscene thing. Thank you. Sometimes this higher popping is a blessing and a curse. I swear. This is the curse part. When I can't do anything because of enemy nearby. There. That should be good enough to enter cyberspace. Please let me enter cyberspace. Thank you. It's like there's nothing here anymore. Don't tell me there's a dude down the street I gotta murder. I mean, I'll do it. Sonic ain't opposed to fighting. Okay, 30 rings. That's not bad. Doing alright. That's good to hear. I'm doing alright. Thanks for asking. Well, besides headache, as I kind of mentioned at the beginning of the stream. But it's kind of going away. Had it all day. It's been a weird day for me, because my day didn't start until 3 in the afternoon. I did not get a single lick of sleep last night, so that did not help things. So it's been a weird one. Oh, this stage. This is one of the rooftop run alternates. I'm trying to remember which one. This is Act 2 or Act 3? I don't remember. It's been a long time since I played the ultimate stages on Unleashed. And if I'm going back to Unleashed, I'm playing the main levels through Sonic Generations. I can't remember these side levels. Day 2. Okay, so I wasn't the only one thinking day 2. Or Act 2. Day 2. Day 2. You found a new level. Rooftop run sanctuaries. Yeah, I'm not gonna hit X there when there's a giant spike ball in my way. Also, I was trying to remember, was it that one? But no, it's not. Oh, crap! It's fine. It's fine. I have a plan here. I love the music in this stage. It's really good. To be fair, the cyberspace music in general is just really good stuff. Okay, that was a mistake. I told you I had a plan. Just had to get warmed up first. I'm not caring about the S rank time, because I can get that here even if I fail by just restarting the level. So I'll just go through it once. Hit the checkpoint just in case I'm stupid. Chances are, yes, I will be. It's been a weird day here too. How so? If you don't mind elaborating. If not, you can just leave it at that, because I can believe it. How did I not hit that balloon? Or not the balloon, the spike ball. There you go. I don't think that's S, so we'll be redoing the stage regardless. But it is, though. I died twice, and I fumbled in a lot of sections. That is still an S. Now let me show you why I like this stage. It would help if drop dash worked. No, that's fine. Take your time. It's not like this is a speed run. I just like speedrunning this stage. It does not matter if it's this game or actual Unleashed, because both have crazy speedrun tech you can do in this stage. How did that happen? I held straight back on the stick, and it still sent me right. And also, what's with my drop dash tonight? It's not coming out when I asked it to. It's shy. I'm just giving this like one good attempt on speedrun stuff. I just like doing these, even though it's the most pointless thing to do in story mode. You should never focus on a speedrun here unless this is the only way you know how to get an S, and if you can do it, good. It's because of arcade mode. If you want a speedrun, play this in arcade mode when you unlock it. I can't help. I'm just kind of speedrunner by nature, I guess, when I play ILs like this. Unleashed version of levels are used. I don't think they ever used any levels from the Wii/PS2 version of Unleashed. No. That would have been cool, though. Because honestly, that version does not get enough love. Both in terms of, like, from the fans, because a lot of people just remember the HD version nowadays, and then even from Sega reusing levels, because they never reused the Unleashed levels. Crap. It's because I gimped the jump. I just love holding cancels. They're the best thing. Best thing in this game. That was sloppy, but I don't take more of it. You could do like a crazy one there. I've seen ILs of this where people homing cancel off of that Eggman robot and just go straight up, which skips a whole bunch of the section. Okay, got some questions there. I love how I died with a ring. It didn't show it, but I heard the collection sound. All right, we'll just do this one more time, then I'm actually gonna move on because we gotta play more than video games tonight and not one level. When I played this the first time. Matt, you can be the vouch of this, because I think I got on a call with you when I was still doing a speedrun here, so you're supposed to, like, record something for League. I was playing this for, like, an hour. Because I just got too obsessed with trying to speedrun this. This is what I do. This is what I do in these Sonic games. I just can't help. Okay, that was sloppy, but you know what? We gotta go. Been here too long. Oh yeah, I used my stomp, so I can't stomp. That's the weird thing, too. You can't stomp again after your homing attack an enemy, and I'm not used to that, because pretty much every other boost formula game, you can do that. This is not the best run, technically. If I was trying to do a real speedrun of this, there would be a lot more I would need to do than just this. But just for, you know, proof of concept, showing how this kind of a thing goes. It's fine. Nice weird run, Sonic. I keep on forgetting about that. Alright, one more. Share a small video essay about Sonic's beat. Hard to design around. You get a chance to see it. Oh, I think I still need to watch it for that reason, but I've heard that take over the years. It is kind of hard to make a game based around his speed, which is why there's been weird changes in this game. When it comes to that, like these levels here, he feels too slow unless you're doing crazy crap like I'm doing. And then in the overworld, sometimes he can be too fast. So, designing for his speed, yeah, it's always been kind of a problem that devs had to kind of figure out what to do about, and I give them credit every time they figured out like good compromise. Like, I think one of the best examples of that is how they handled all the other characters for Sonic Heroes, since they had to have a speed, flight, and power character, and they found a way to balance it out well enough that each character had a reason to be used, instead of just using Sonic the whole time, let's say. I love how you go so fast there. You hit the spike and you're just like, nah, I'm good. I'm not gonna lose a ring today. That makes no sense. But I do need to see that video in question so I can hear like that guy's takes on it in the said video. But I can understand that issue as a game developer. Trying to develop a game around speed is really difficult because you can't make it too fast because then it just breaks. Case in point, like that. I could literally go too fast here and just zoom across the level, which is unintended. How am I still hearing the beetle or the buzzer? I can't remember his official name. I know a lot of people are itching for a Sonic Adventure style game because that was a pretty good compromise between the two different kind of gameplay styles, the fast nature and then just the platforming nature for Sonic and crew. We haven't had one of those since technically 06, because Sonic 06 was structured like a Sonic Adventure game. Oh, and how bad Sonic 06 ruined the reputation essentially of Sonic. They're kind of hesitant to do that style, I guess, again, because of that. Maybe one day we'll see that happen again. Because now it seems like Sega's starting to find their footing with certain gameplay styles and devs and such trust with Sonic. So they might try that again, I would hope, at least. Okay, you know what? Legit one more try, and then if I fail this, you have to scream at me and I'll leave the level. Because I gotta get into one. This is literally my first playthrough all over again when it comes to just one more try. And here he is 100 tries later. He's still playing the level. Please move on, sir. There are other levels in this video game. That barely made that jump. Wow, that was a good time for the drop dash. The drop dash would save that jump. I'm calling it. Alright, this should be the run, based on how I'm feeling about it. This is the furthest I've gotten in a bit. I'm not going to take that top half. I'm just going to go a bit down here and be safer. No, all right. You know what? I promised. I promised. He will fall down to his death. You saw how cool that level is when you speedrun. Just don't watch me speedrun. You have a mistake made if you're here for that. That's gonna be the gameplay tonight, isn't it? Because I'm just sleep deprived. I'm calling it. It still counts as victory because I beat the stage, so I don't care. It's cleared. It's just that was some slop runs. We'll find another stage to do better with. Where was that enemy? That was it? Alright, sure. That was a weird place to put the health bar then, but that's 2D for you. I can't remember if there was anything up here. No, I don't think it was here. There is one of these Eggman robot things I think they have. Okay, definitely not this one. Let's say there's one of those Eggman robots that have a thing on top. It's probably this. Yeah, it's this one. It's just a ramp. Well, that just seems stupid. To be fair, that's an ending of a 2D section. That's also an ending of a 2D section, but you can literally walk into it, so easy. .2D sections are optional. Just flat out. They really can be if you know what you're doing. Oh crap, don't fall down there. We don't want to go down. We want to go top to our boy Tails.
Yo,
Hey, this Coco is an apprentice to their top pilot. They need to find the parts to complete their final weapons. I'm sure you've run into this scenario already. What did you do?
well, I helped him out.
But isn't that cruel? Their battle is long over. This feels dishonest.
We're not fixing the problem they think they have, but we are bringing them peace.
Oh,
Well, when you put it that way,
that wrist movement does not look like when he
Let's get
has
to
the
work.
light speed bracelet on him. You can tell the mod was not fully designed for the cutscenes, which is fair. None of them ever are. But it's a cool costume. I can see Sega doing this officially. They did soap shoes, so come on, do what cares. If Sega doesn't, modding scene does. Modders do what Sega don't. Also, that statement would have worked with my slip of the tongue. Modders do what Nintendo. That's not wrong either. They fix their own games. That worked. I think that was an accident. You take those. How did... Okay. You're gonna be weird, so am I. You know, if that wasn't the spin attack, this wouldn't have worked out for you. You would have lived. Your funeral. Quite literally. And here lies Robot. Okay, that was a camera angle. Why does that not directly put you on top of the metal? Like, that homing attack should have just put you directly on top, but they moved the thing too far over to, like, the front area. Does not help things. Be careful here, I don't want to fall down. There's a lot of cocoa up here. It's so hard to get back up here if you fall. I don't want to do that. And also, there's coins up here, too, so that's really good. There's nothing on this side, right? Yeah, that's just barren. My controls feel a little, like, laggy tonight for whatever reason. That's Bluetooth for you. Like, sometimes I hold down and he still runs. That's how you know there's a latency. Everybody loves Bluetooth. He says under his tongue while screaming internally. Yeah, good case of that not working out. I did not want to fall, but I think I'm done up there anyways. Alright. I don't know what causes that. I've done so many different things over the years to try to mitigate wireless interference, and it always just comes right back. So no matter what I do, it's just... Nope. Sorry, you're always going to have interference, dude. I don't know why. Yeah, Chaos Islands theme, I can agree, Matt. This is a really chill and somber song. Especially so when they start adding more instruments to it with how much progression you start unlocking in the island in general. It resembles Gaia Temple of sorts. It kind of does, yeah. I've gotten that feel when I saw this stuff in general for the first time playing. Like, the Ancients' design, it kind of does look like Gaia Temples from Unleashed. I think that's what they were going for, because in some fashion, it makes you think that the Ancients were the ones setting up Gaia Temples. Possible. We don't know. There's a lot about the Ancients we're still learning about, based on how this plot goes. No! Boost! You can't boost no more! Why do they let you do that? That's the stupidest interaction I've seen yet. And we've seen weird stuff. You got those weird dance moves. Alright, that's an interaction. What's with the lag spikes, though, happening once in a while? Sonic will do a move and the game drops down to like 10 frames a second for like 3 seconds. Like, what's going on? There is some weird stuff happening right now, and I'm very, very confused. No, it's backwards. Whoops. I knew that would happen at some point. These areas aren't well marked, so I don't know where I'm going. And the marker is this way, which is through a straight wall. Man, this is the call moment in Sonic Adventure 1 where you ask for a hint. Like, I don't know where to go. The thing says to go through wall. I can't do that yet. Haven't unlocked the glitch skill. I'm not the only one who first played this thought of that one level, Mega Man X4, like the endless staircase. You got certain points you just looped around and it warped you after a while. That way you got the next section. I just think of that level in X4, I don't know why. Alright, we're pretty much at the top now, if I can see the light. Now, let me do this puzzle, then I'll get the map here. Because there's a Chaos Emerald Vault around this area, so that's why we're mainly here, is for an emerald. That's bait. That spring is bait. You did all that just to climb up here when you could have just done that in 3D. But this area just loves to do 2D sections because reasons. That's also bait. If you just avoid that, you could have stayed in 3D. Like, a lot of this area really doesn't feel like it needs to be in 2D. And then when you skip the triggers, it's like, wow, actually this works really well in 3D. Why is it 2D? I don't know, is there any way I can, like, fix up that antenna? No, it's not a bad spot. I'm trying to figure out why I'm having so much, like, interference now with Bluetooth. It's normally not this terrible. And that's why I want to fix it. God. I hate Bluetooth so much. One day, I'm just gonna cave and get, like, that Xbox adapter for PC, just to use an Xbox controller, even though it can easily be used with Bluetooth. It just don't work with Bluetooth, man. Landing down here, was it just on the other side? Because I did see more coins, but I remember I saw them on the other side here too. I guess that's a no. Yeah, here's the coins. Enemies nearby, can't check map because reasons. always hate that, seriously. I think I complain about that in almost every session because it's just annoying. If my pop-in value to be tweaked so we have good-looking game, yeah, that makes this matter way worse. I'm sorry, is that a 2D section you're supposed to platform normally in? What's platforming? When I could just do that. And also that. I love taking the Breath of the Wild approach to puzzles and not doing puzzles. Oh, crap, there's a guy there, though. I have to fight. You're causing me not to get a Chaos Emerald. Please leave. Well, that's done. Very anticlimactic. Now this wrench, I swear, my first playthrough, this took me like, I'm not even joking, about an hour to figure out where to go for it, because I just did not see this. I'm not kidding. I missed this whole thing, and that's a big oops, because it's outside. I kept on thinking that was inside the cave. This thing is not inside the cave. I think at this time I had warps enabled because of the fishing game, so I just warped out of here once I got the Chaos Emerald. And that was a mistake, because when you're trying to get all those wrenches, yikes, trying to find that one's a pain. Alright, let's go see Sage. Around the corner over here. I can see our Chaos Emerald we can go to next. It's just right in view. Have a plan for that. For now, Sage.
So I think I've figured it out. The Coco are the spirits of the ancients, aren't they?
What if they are?
I've run into my fair share of spirits who stick around because of their regrets. Sometimes I've been able to help them move on. Just how long have they endured like this, though? Were we brought here to help them finally find peace?
Why ask me?
Because I feel like you might be in the same boat. And if so, I'll help if I can.
Yeah, she's not a spirit. I mean, these guys are. Lots of spirits in my pocket. Sage is not. So no matter what you do there, Sonic, she's not leaving. You'll learn later. Oh, is it time for this thing? Oh, I think it is. I know what this little mission thing is over here. This one's weird. This is why I didn't explore this area earlier, because we had to come back for Tails. And I like doing this at night because of how bright the lava is. Like, the lighting here with the lava is really nice. So no matter what time of day it is, it's easy to see if you're around lava pits.
We need a few more pieces, but we're having trouble finding them.
Gotcha. Be right back.
I just gotta break boxes. Essentially it. Interact with your inner crash. Whoa. Hey, what up, Tails? I don't know why there's like an icon above his head, like, this is your mission, when it's not. Can't see with this camera. Oh, that's right. Combos don't work in this. Nice whiff. Yeah, this is a little janky. I can agree, Kira. This mission on my first playthrough took me a bit, but I did also have a handicap of I was playing on a cell phone screen, so it was a little hard to see, and I had some extra latency due to streaming the game from my PC. Besides Little John's. The mission itself is weird, doubly so when the frame rate hitches like that. Why does it keep on doing that tonight? I don't understand why. I have nothing else running in the background outside of the software that I always use to stream this game and has never had problems until now. I'm very confused. Please stop. So many nuts. That's a lot of nuts. Give me them all. That. I don't know why I didn't cast a homing attack. Hey, I may have enough nuts now. Yeah, there's some weird animation issues in this sequence. I can agree on that, too. Sometimes things work as intended, other times not so much. And that makes it hard to... Or this could happen! If you're just in lava underneath a platform, just stop playing the game, because you're just screwed. There's nothing you can do. And that I hate. What? Okay, and then that could happen. Where you just go a million miles to the left or the right. I swear, sometimes you don't even homing attack these things correctly. It's not in your reticle, and then you just go a million miles over to the thing that's not in your view, the homing attack. It's like, that's not what I asked for, but here we are. And then, sometimes the homing attack gives up on life and just doesn't work. There's just a lot of jank in this mission. It's an interesting one. I like the concept. I think the execution failed a bit. Well, that could have ended poorly. Screw the rest of that. We don't have time for this. The combat's not even working correctly in this section. Like, again, with the jank part of things. There should be more enough nuts. I might have to just grab all these. Good. I don't have to do the rest. Thank you. I like the section in terms of its concept. It's its execution that gets real messed up. And then you question why did they design it as the way they do. I think it's mainly that homing attack sometimes just gives up. That doesn't help. And the fact the platforms fall makes that really stressful at times.
That's it. The cannon is complete.
Yeah, what he said.
Did I get the wrong parts?
No, their hero didn't show. They're worried something's happened. It's like how I couldn't handle it after Infinite attacked. One wrong turn and I fall apart.
Whoa, what?
Listen to me. The others are counting on you. I'm here to help, so don't give up, okay?
You've got me worried, Tails. You want to talk?
Not right now. Let's just focus on finding the emeralds.
All right.
Now, speaking of Infinite, do you know what happened to that guy? I haven't seen him in like 5 years. He just kind of said, "I will be back," flew away, and never came back. And that's the last we ever seen of him. Missed opportunity of that character. To be fair, I'm trying to remember. Wasn't one of the things I heard about dev stories for Sonic Forces, I think Methyllus was actually supposed to come back for the game. Like, he was supposed to be in it in some fashion. I wouldn't be surprised if he was going to be one of the returning bosses, just like how Chaos and like Zavik and such like that, like that kind of style, but that didn't happen because Forces definitely felt rushed beyond belief. Really liked Infinite. Wish I just didn't throw him to the wayside. He's in like the spin-off stuff. Like, I know he was in the Sonic Dash version of Sonic Forces, excuse me. He's in that, I think, but that's about it. And in terms of actual story stuff, yeah, he has nothing since that one game. And that one game only, so it's just missed opportunity of the character. I don't know what else they would do with the character. It just feels like they didn't know what to do with him when he was introduced. So that's kind of like a big question of what would they do with Infinite if they brought him back. I want them to flesh him out. That's all you need to do. Just give him some kind of a purpose besides I'm not weak, because he was called weak once and then he got mad. Like, that's the driving force. Not very great. How do I get up there again? I might just be able to scale the mountain. Yeah, I don't know how you're supposed to get up here normally, but we take it. Well, that happened. I at least love the sounds he makes when drowning in lava. I have to say drowning because, like, it's drowning, not burning to death. But the sounds he makes are great. It just reminds me of drowning in Sonic Boom on Wii U. It's like the same energy. Walked into 1 inch of shallow water. Like, that's the sounds they make. It's like, what did they need to pay each one of the VAs to make some of the most cursed sound effects for drowning? All this is enough. Hey, do they want me to go over to the island? I think they do. Hi, Squid. I gotta land on it. Well, I'm at least triggering the fight. We don't need to fight you. We already fought you. I'm not bothering. There, Squid got bored. Waiting for that. Sound effect that always makes me chuckle. Slides down a mountain like, what are you chuckling about, Sonic? Wait, what? Which one was that? In this game, you mean? I think, yeah. No, now I'm thinking about the side effect. Where he just goes down. He's like, ho 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 ho, or something like that. It just sounds very random for a sound for just falling. Like he's happy about falling. It's weird. We're starting this. That should be more than enough damage, am I right? Yeah. More than enough. Why are you laughing? It's funny, the fall. Oh yeah, there it is. Even though it didn't fall down a mountain, he did a little laughter. Same thing.
Hey, almost done here. Can you take our friend and find a couple more parts?
Yeah.
Why does his voice get deeper? That was weird. Coco, are you the same one? Or did you hit puberty?
Yay!
Miles
He's like, oh god,
you have known
Chaos
for
Zero
most
moment.
of your life.
Yeah, and?
Your imprisonment within cyberspace. The defeat of the Ancient's Titans. Do you trust how he is handling it? With your life?
Of course. I'll admit he isn't perfect, but Sonic has overcome impossible odds over and over again. I know he'll save us all.
So you're saying you have faith in him?
It's not a matter of faith.
Sage,
I've
I'm
got
getting
a
very
lifetime
distracted.
of
Could you
data to
sit
back
still
up
for
my
like
observations.
2 seconds? Don't
Your
teleport on
loyalty is
every
founded
word.
on empirical data. I can appreciate that. The feelings he inspires in you and the others. Is that a facet of being alive? And yet all your love and loyalty will amount to nothing. It cannot be prevented.
What are you talking about?
Perhaps it is kinder if you don't know.
Okay, I'm gonna break the fourth wall a little bit on this one. These cutscenes are very jarring to watch now on a second playthrough with 60 frames per second enabled because you can tell what things are hard-coded in the cutscene to be 30 and what are not. Like the animation Sage has with like her particle effects and phasing in and out of walls, that's not hard-coded to the character, so you can bump that to 60. But character movement with the models, like with Tails' hand moving around, that's 30. You can see it, and it jarred. Now you can't unsee it. Could do a puzzle, or... Yeah, what up, Tails? I need to go beat up this guy real quick so I can talk to you. That was an interaction. Alright, Tails, now we can talk.
What is your end goal?
It varies. Sometimes it's a spinning sign.
I forgot about
sometimes
this.
It's a big old ring.
Like, no, genius.
what
I
do you
mean,
want to accomplish?
this, not
Oh.
how you beat a level in your video
Gather up
game.
the Chaos Emeralds and save my friends.
And you're sure that is wise?
Like, that's some
Kind of the
fourth wall
story of my
breaking. I
life.
just, that
And
I
the
like.
voice that commands you. What if it is leading you to disaster?
If they want to start trouble, I'll stop them too.
You certainly make it sound simple. But your arrogance will be your undoing.
Look, either stop being cryptic and tell me what's going on, or skedaddle.
there would be no point.
Nice find. Take it on over to Tails. I'm gonna keep moving.
Yeah, where is Tails? Anyways, he was standing next to me a minute ago. Where'd he go? Oh,
I have
meanwhile,
found a
with
possible
Eggman.
scenario for your escape.
It's about time. Report.
After reviewing your entire campaign history, I have found the most optimal course of action is to create an alliance with Sonic.
What?
But together you stopped the Ark, overcame Neo Metal. You...
I don't want to hear it. Those alliances were purely out of desperation.
He's probably like, wait a minute. No, back up.
Don't wanna
That
hear
Neo
it.
Metal one,
Find
that
another
wasn't me.
option.
I just sat back. He held me hostage. In my own ship.
tenacity is legendary, but I do wish you'd reconsider.
Like, really, the Neo Metal thing, Eggman had nothing to do with. It was just everyone else that did something. And he was just kind of there. So, other situations like with the Black Arms or Space Colony Arc, like that, yeah, Eggman helped with.
I've lost count of how many times you've saved me from the hazards here.
It is my function. I live to serve.
You've exceeded your function. I'm very impressed with you, Sage. No, I'm proud of you.
Man, I have a migraine. Did Eggman just say the word proud? Oh, this ain't right. I need to find that bottle of aspirin. Alright, give me the ammo. Yep, we seen that. Yep, yeah, that's a nice cutscene. Skip. Seen it too many times, man. Don't need to see it again. Nice, hit it. All right, let me make sure before I leave here. Yeah, that was it. There's no more little sections to go through for a wrench. If I can avoid backtracking to a section in case I ever decide, let's revisit these levels and get the remaining memory tokens. I'm trying to make it so I don't go back to the one and done areas. That would just be annoying. Alright, while I'm here, let me just check something. We got 1 story emerald and 4 of the ones in the containers. Okay, so we're good on that front. We don't need to do any more vault hunting, I think. We got a Sage thing over here. Hang on. Let's go see Sage. Eggman also didn't try to tap the other characters nearby to deal with neon metal. Yeah, that's true. He kind of just let them do their thing at that point. So he helped, I guess, on the front of not doing anything. Because he could have just turned around and blew up the whole egg fleet with everyone else on it just to fight Neo Metal. Would have been a mistake.
Hey again. Since we've grown so close, how about helping me out?
I have run the simulations. Sharing data will not change the outcome.
You're always talking about odds and simulations, but we living beings don't live by calculations. The will to live, the drive to achieve, the desire to protect the ones you love.
Has Sonic not seen the
kind of thing can
uprise of
grant a
all
power
AI
you can't
things as of late?
Love
Because that statement
can
is
be
false
converted
now.
into power. Do you have any data to back this proposed conversion?
Nope. That's what makes it miraculous. But if you really need proof, I'll whip you up a miracle by the end of all this. You'll see.
Actually, I think I have the proof. What was it? Was it Universe 2? I think it was Universe 2 in Dragon Ball Super. It was the ladies that transformed in like the Sailor Moon transformation. They got stronger with that transformation, and the transformation was love-based. I have your proof. It's there. It's in Dragon Ball Super's longest arc. Starring Shinobi. Oh, we already fought him. Alright. Screw you. The fact that I know I fought the guy because I saw the star means I'm out. Alright, let me see. Before we go any further, what else do I need to not scratch the mic with? What else do I need to do around here? I see a couple more island puzzles we can do here and there, so let me just focus on those for a moment. Get more of the map. Go to outer space, my favorite pastime. There we go. Quick! To the pond! Go, my steed. There's also a memory thing over here, if I remember correctly. At least with Tails, but maybe one with Sage as well. I swear, this is like my favorite enemy on Chaos Island, just because of all the unintended crap you can do with them. What? Oh, I'm like, why can't I go this way or that way? You idiot, you go down. And why is that a 2D section? It's Chaos Island, why am I asking? Everything's a 2D section of Chaos Island. I almost hit that pad. If I hit the launch pad, I might have just got thrown out of this cutscene. That would have been something. Okay, it's just a Tails cutscene. It's an optional one, though. But we watch them all, so... It's like the longest zip line just to get one token. Like, why did it go all around like that? It could just went straight. Someone really liked that zip line. Because they had fun. Also, that lighting. Why is Sonic so bright here? That's weird. Because the rest of the area around him is dark. It might be the water with reflections. Who knows?
This is not an ideal working condition. If I just had my body, I could be so much more efficient.
Amy said she felt like she was in a dream. Does that sound about right?
That's pretty accurate.
Oh, now thinking about it, the lighting here is weird probably because of the rocks, because they glow.
There's no physicality to it. Everything feels just out of reach.
Do you think that's why the ancients made the Coco? To have something real to put their spirits into?
It's one hypothesis. We certainly can't rule it out.
Love this, by the way. You drown in so shallow of water. My quills are out of it. And here my eyeballs are out of it, technically. If I'm not, you know, falling. Yeah, if I'm like this. That counts as drowning. Even though I think my nose is somewhat out of water. It's weird. Drowning in video games is just weird when it counts as drowning, what doesn't count as drowning. Also, I kind of feel like this area is a missed opportunity of Chaos Island because there's nothing really here. It's just an all optional space, but it's so cool looking. Like, nothing here really has like an impact, not even that cutscene. Tails is like, oh, I wish I could do more. And that's pretty much the gist of the cutscene. But no one mentions the coral reef in Chaos Island. It's like, guys, this is different. The whole island is just like a volcano. And then you have this structure. Like, mention it. I don't think there's a single memory cutscene here that mentions this area. You don't really do anything here besides optional stuff, so it's just kind of here to exist. It's a cool set piece, nothing more. Also, maybe someone can confirm this or not. Those rotating platforms you can control like that with any direction, weren't they in another Sonic game? Because I feel like I've seen those before. I just can't think of what game. Maybe Shadow the Hedgehog? But I doubt that. I haven't played Shadow in years. The last time I played that was about a decade ago, I think. Maybe longer. That's a view. Let me save just in case the star shower's on the way. Might have been Colors, Asteroid Coaster. Maybe? I feel like you may be correct on that. There's a floating disc you ride in Shadow, pretty different than those. Yeah, I think the floating disc in that game, if I remember correctly, is just a vehicle type. The biggest difference with that, compared to the other cars, I believe, in the game, was just you can float over hazards like poison. No one mentioned it because volcanic soil is very rich in nutrition, at least from Section of Chaos. Maybe. I feel like that's still a missed opportunity, not even talk about that in some fashion, especially with Tails being like the big genius he is. How is this not close enough? I was waiting for that thing to close the trigger a fight. I've triggered that thing just by running on flat land around here. In this playthrough, he doesn't care. Like, what is... Okay. I tried to jump, but that did not work out. What's with Fortress in this section? It's not cooperating. What did that do? Nothing changed. At least here. It might have changed like upwards somewhere. I don't know. We've been here, I do believe. Maybe that's also why nothing's happening. Alright, hang on. Let me figure out where should I go next. I do have this mission here we can do. There's this one in the middle, but that's the final thing we'll be doing on the island. That's why it's grayed out. It's a story-based thing. Oh god! Time to drown in lava again. Is that sound effect the same to go by? I'm all the way up here again. Okay. Well, if I'm gonna stay up here, I might as well go around the mountain this time just to be safe. Well, that worked out. That's one way to get in a 2D section. Oh, it's this kind of a puzzle. It's like, what was this one again? I remember this one took me a bit to find in my first playthrough because I couldn't see the stinking pillar thing in the middle for the ball. It was just blending in with the background, at least on, like, on my TV at the time. It just didn't stand out well at all for me because I was here at night every time, so I couldn't see things. Very dark. If you're playing on a darker display, man, this game is pretty much pitch black. Anytime it goes night. That's my one biggest complaint I think I've said in other streams. It's just how dark it can get at times. Things kind of blend in. So that is kind of a problem. But it's not as much of an issue for this playthrough I'm noticing because I'm playing on a display with a much brighter, like, peak brightness. My monitor, actually, for reference sake here, like this Acer monitor, I don't know what the full model name is, like this giant string of letters and numbers, so good luck memorizing that. It's really bright. I actually have to have it set at 50% brightness because otherwise it blows out my eyes. I'm not kidding. 50% brightness on this panel is the same as my side panels I've been using for like the past 7-ish years. If I crank this thing up to 100%, then I would never have to worry about a section being too dark because I would see everything. Oh, this is Savannah Citadel. The 2D part of Citadel. Okay, well, that was a nice start. This is an Unleashed level. I want that right away, so I'm gonna just go back. I'm trying to remember how you get to it natively, because I always just go backwards for it. What is happening? Everything I'm doing is the exact opposite of the plan in my head. Oh, there you go. That's how you get it. You just go straight up. I just always get it wrong, so I was like, how do you do this one again? That's a trap, by the way. Also, what is the point in this? It's like, I don't understand this section. I don't, because in actual Unleashed, this leads to a different part of the level. In this version, that's just a ring collection. That was a waste. Like, why is that changed? I don't know. Don't even need to do that section properly to get to the red ring. Oh, I didn't get the S by like what? 2 seconds-ish. Well, you know what that means. Speedrun time. That did not work in the way I wanted. To be fair, in my head, I am seeing Sonic fly throughout this entire stage because of the Unleashed run. The Unleashed speedrun for this level is insane. To be fair, you can say that about almost every level in Sonic Unleashed for speedrun's sake. That game is heck busted. Well, that... Hey, do you enjoy the last section? Want to see me do it again? Because that was definitely not how that was supposed to work. I should have just done what I did the first run. The funny thing is, I think we still have more than enough time built up to get to the S. Yeah, that's more than enough time. It's just... All I had to do was just redo one section one full time, and we still get S. That's the nature of this level. Even in Unleashed, you would do that just by accident. Sometimes you go too fast, you miss the right jumps, and then just go in a circle. Because that area infinitely loops. If you go the same pathway every time, you're just going to be in the same pathway. It's kind of in the name. Alright, how many more of these levels do we have left? I'm not 100% sure. Let me see. Portal. There we go. We did this one. There's 7 in total. So that's 1, 2, 3. Is that 4? That's 5, but that's 4 total. 5, 6. Okay, cool. So the last one we have left is over here. I know that much. That's where 3-7 is. So now, let's head over here. Yep, that definitely was an infinite. Yep. Totally. Gee, I wonder if that's supposed to be a section that gets built up and doing a puzzle. This again? Man, we just did one of these. Haven't been rounding this out to have variety, I see. Now I gotta go higher up, then bounce down like that. This is the awkward one. There's always that one when you get later into the game that's just awkward to aim. Those kind of puzzles at this point start getting pretty annoying. Okay, that's where we're actually going. The other area I think we've been to now, thinking about it, that other island. It was the one with the bridge. I couldn't remember where exactly it was. I'm trying to think. What is this section of junk? It's outside of that, and this, and then this. I think that's all the island stuff. Let me go into that blank part of the map just to make sure we're not missing anything. I feel like there's supposed to be a puzzle thing around here because we haven't gotten a full chunk of this map. But I do see this, so no, there was. We did it. It's just, there's a chunk here because reasons. If that's the case, then I think, unless there's something around here that just shows up once I do all of the puzzles and get them all cleared out. That's the thing with the chunk system for map. It's confusing at times of like where a puzzle could be or not be. It just kind of shows up in like weird break points. Oh yeah, we fought you. It shows up like this weird like break point on the map, so it just doesn't look right. All right, let's go over to where Tails is, I guess now, because then we got this area, but I'll just do that near the end. I think I went backwards just to get that, so that was not ideal. The one-time drop dash is actually faster to use than boosting in the overworld when you're going down a massive slope. Man, it sounds like he has a cramp.
Sonic, am I a burden to you?
Wow, and how did you come to this well-thought-out concern?
Whenever there's a crisis, I'm either running away or standing on the sidelines. You're always rescuing me when all I do is follow you around.
Hey, who was it who stopped Eggman from blowing up Station Square, huh?
Oh my god. That was a terrible looking thumbnail. That's not any better.
Then I'm wildly inconsistent.
The cyberspace like jumble effect makes that look so smeary. I did not notice that on the first playthrough. Oh, that's awful.
Dude, relax.
At least the Station Square shot from Sonic Adventure looks like they used the PC version as a basis with like the Dreamcast mod, because that was widescreen and it looked clean.
It's okay if you still need help
minus the
sometimes.
smeary effect.
That's just part of growing up.
Huh. When did you get to be so insightful?
I have my moments.
They say the bridge is out.
I'm sure we can fix that. I'll have a look around.
Yeah, that cutscene kind of comes out of left field for Tails' character when you think about it, because they played with that one interaction from Forces real hard here. That one, I'm weak, I need Sonic's help interaction was a plot point for Frontiers. No one, I don't think, expected that 5 years ago. Alright, so bridge gap. We just have to essentially get as many points, I think, or is it just falling down fast? I think it's just falling down fast. I am noticing here we are dropping a bit. I don't know what's going on that front. Let me actually quit the quest for a second here. Yeah, I will retry here in a second. I'm just trying to see what is happening on the tech side here. We are dropping a lot of frames all of a sudden, even though it's supposed to... it's high. It's a high amount of frames I have, and it's still saying, nah, man. Nah, it ain't working. I don't know what's going on. My internet just being the usual bucket. I literally lowered it. It's still saying we're going crazy. Let me go to intermission really quick just to take a look at something. Really? I was just going to mention something, and literally when I swap back, okay, well, at least it just went back to the green. I don't know what that was. It was probably a lag spike on internet because this area still has many issues. But it seems to be better at the moment. So we'll just continue from where we left off here. Let's try that bridge quest again. I'm going to reset my stats so I don't see a red thing in the corner of my eye thinking there's a problem. So that's better. Alright, let's cross this bridge. By not crossing the bridge, let's just fall. I had a lot of trouble with this the first time I played. I'm probably not the only one who had... Oh, yep, I had a feeling that would happen. I'm probably not the only one who had problems with this, alright? This section is extremely tight on the timing, because you make like 1 to 2 mistakes, you're just done. And there are certain areas I feel like it's better to skip on the automated part, because it just takes longer with the stinking animations you get. Like this sometimes send you up, takes longer than just falling yourself. On a first playthrough, I struggled here for probably 5 attempts in a row, something like that. It took a bit longer than it should have. What is happening? What? I got wombo combo. Ow! You have 3 hits. I took 30. That's just mean. Took at least 3 tries. We did this 20 times. Okay, so a lot of people did struggle here too. I doubt anyone just experienced what I had happen. That's probably a SonicGhost exclusive. But besides that, it's just normally I don't get down here enough time. My strat is just this. How did I... Alright. That's an interaction. I somehow hit the thing and clip through it. So I can hit the rings. Alright, well, we take those. My strategy, just to do this without failing, is just to fall. I'm gonna go this way, because there's nothing here. So just falling down without taking the automated loop sometimes is just the faster way to go. I'm gonna skip these. How did I hit those? Well, at least that one just went straight down. Did all this, all that. Attack him when he's not spinning, because that's very glitchy. And then this one takes you all around when it should just go down. I really want to make you work for it. There you go. Second try. It would have been first try if I didn't get glitched out of my mind. That is the norm here, but still, I feel robbed. All that was just so we get over here and press a button. So my game can crash. Are you kidding me? Why? Well, at least on the bright side. See this again. Hi, Zuka. Why is that thing? Why? Every time. It just gets me every time. Actually, you know what? While we're here, let me change out something. I'm going to change the outfit. It's the same outfit, but now DX style. So, I hope you guys like that section, because guess what we're doing again? I just saved, so thankfully it's not a problem. I hope, oh, now thinking about it, oh, I hope it's not my pop-in value. Oh boy. It better not be the pop-in value. If it is, I'm gonna have to turn it off for a minute just to get through this one section. And it's only because of a cutscene. It's all because of one cutscene, that's true. Alright, I gotta just speedrun this. How? That's the second time that's happened. I didn't lose rings this time, but I still hit the enemy. I don't know how. Oh crap, the double spring. That happens. At least I know how to get through a section like this optimally now by playing a bunch of different Sonic games over the years and speedrunning through. I forgot they do that as a troll on one of those, where it just sends you backwards. I played a lot of Sonic Unleashed and Generations a lot to speedrun through levels like this, so the falling sections like this, I know how to do fast at this point. This one I have to take. Oh, you jerk. Every time you want to glitch. Why? Why is that the one guy that just does 100 points of damage to you? You can only have 3 hits. How we doing? How's everyone's days been? Hit that guy because I already know he's a problem no matter what. Go this way this time. Oh wait, no, this is not the section in question. It's upcoming. Go this way this time to the center. Pro tip, if you ever want to get better control in one of these sections, stop doing the fall fast movement. By doing that, even for a split second, you get a lot better control, and then just press the button again. That's how it always works in pretty much every game where you do a fast fall, like Unleashed, Generations. I think even Colors, like the same tech can work. Alright, let's find out. I'm just going to skip this part if possible. No, you can't skip it. So now the question is, will we crash again because of something else happening here? If it crashes again, I'm going to say it's my pop-in value. So I'll just turn it off for the moment, just in case it's any value could crash. And then we'll just turn it back on after we do the section. So we cleared it. We did it. Yep, it's crashing. All right, it's higher object pop-in. I'm turning it off. Turn it back on after we get through the cutscene, because something about that cutscene is just not cooperating with more pop-in value. I feel like this is a thing Sega could patch into the game, what I'm doing here, but after seeing all these crashes, I get more and more concerned, since this is hard-coded into the engine with the pop-in values. Alright, let's first try for the 5th time again. We've done this so many times, and it's all for the wrong reasons. That's what's making me mad. Okay. Don't know how I targeted that guy when I was nowhere near it. How? I was nowhere near the spring. That's fine, we can take that little path, because it doesn't really slow you down. And GG's. Maybe take a hit this time, so that's a perfect run. So don't crash. Please. I'm done with this section. Like, metaphorically and mentally. I'm noticing when it crashes is once the gameplay part starts up for a split second. So if I just see a camera pan up and then I see my desktop again, it's that section that's consistently crashing. And it better not this time, because I have the thing in question off that was causing the crash. Or at least I think. The joys of playing with mods. You never know what's stable. Yep, that was it. This cutscene was triggering a crash. This chaos symbol, too much popping. Can't have. Why? I really hope for the next game we get Hedgehog Engine 3.0 that actually has a good pop-in value, so we don't have this jank happen. I know half it's my fault, but I want the game to look good.
Way to go. Your hero will be thrilled with all your hard work.
Well, now with that, the guy is thank you and peace out moment. We helped freed his soul.
And I'm proud of you. Don't forget that.
I won't.
I think we'll actually play a little bit here. What's with that pose? What? Is that a part of the Lightspeed Alpha DX mod? Because, yeah, okay, it might be, because he's triggering between two different poses. The headache and the cool stance one from Sonic Adventure 1. Alright, that's part of the mod then. Oh, whoa, what is with this? His eyelids. Has anyone else seen that for a moment? They're droopy while running. So, it's just his skin goes into the eyeball. Ow! That sounds painful. There's something really weird going on with this model. And I like it. Wait, let's play without the higher object pop-in for a bit here, because I want to show just how horrible Chaos Island is without having good draw distance. Because the rails you just don't see until you're right in front of them. My gosh, man, you really just don't like the Cocos, do you? Always kick W when they die. Always. Very sadistic of you. Sadistic. I'm tired. I have like a handful of hours of sleep. You cannot blame me for not speaking correct. Yeah, I can't see anything over here, so we should probably do that said mission in question. I think there's more things to do over here, but I can't see it because of... Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Of course, it's a night mission.
Of all the ancient temples I've been in, this one might be the coolest.
But you don't go in this one, Sonic. It's all outdoor based. Like, this is the closest you get to indoor. It's not very much indoor. It's like a patio. Oh, finally we got to fight one of these things. Now Fortress notices me. Alright, I can't sit still. This guy bombs the ground. Alright, he should be done at this point. Okay, yeah, here we go. Once he's over Skyland like this, then I can just follow along, because now rails spawn. And I think these actually give you infinite boost in some sections, because you need the boost to keep up. Yeah, I think it's these sections here. These are infinite boost pads, I think. Fortress Senpai knows me. Alright, we should be just about at him, so now we can start wailing on the guy. And GG's. But where am I, though? I hope it's centered me towards the ground, because I definitely was over the pit. Okay, good. It fixes how your location is fixed up. I am definitely not speaking in any language that is understandable tonight. It's one of those days. Sometimes these are the streams people enjoy the most, though, when I'm just not cognitive. I was half tempted just to not do this tonight because of how I didn't get much sleep. I was like, no, I canceled last week with other crap going on, so I should just do a stream tonight so I don't have that issue again. I think it's the time change that's really messing me up. Hey Ethan, how you doing? I didn't see how many rings was this. Was it 80? I think it was 80 rings to get one of the missions. Oh, is this chemical plant from Sonic Generations, like the classic one? I'll find out here in a second. No, this is chemical plant modern, the 2D sections. I don't think I missed the red ring yet, right? Right? Wrong! I missed two! I gotta take the bottom path, I think, if that's the case. Yeah, sure enough, there was the first one on the bottom path. Nice. I mean, rings don't matter right now and I have none, but still sucks. I'm doing alright, besides being sleepy myself. Thanks for asking. Glad the weekend has started. Oh, good to hear. I guess you're off tomorrow if your weekend's starting officially today. I completely whiffed on that ring. I'm going back. You can get up there, I think. Yeah, you don't even need to go through the section proper. You can just go from the bottom. I'm trying to remember where this one. Ah, there it is. I can't even finish my thought. Like, where is this ring? Left or right side? It is the left side. And then there's the other one. So that's it. Literally, both of the last two we need are right next to each other, so that's perfect. But we probably have to redo that for two different missions: rings and time. Sure enough, so I was right with the 80 rings. That's a B. Ah, my .34. That's me, man. Alright, well now we get the speed run a little bit. I gotta still be careful about my ring collection, so I gotta be at least paying attention to that. I'm gonna do two different things in this. Go fast, and play that collectathon. There's my 80, so now I just go fast. Are you kidding me? That was a big mistake. Did not mean to do that. Is that enough? I don't think that's enough time because of that mistake alone. I think I got an A. No, I got an S, barely. What? Not close to barely. What am I saying? Why did I think that was a 1:15? My head just put that time way lower than what Sega thought. 1:15 would have been a decent time. But in reality, maybe a 1:30 would have been better for the S rank here, not a 1:40. That's a little generous. All right, well, that's our final level here. So, that's all the cyberspace levels on Chaos Island. Don't have to worry about these anymore. More than enough vault keys for no more vaults. Man, this model looks really weird. It's mainly the face that looks off when I'm playing with this modded Sonic model. But luckily, playing around with that fortress for a bit, it essentially passed enough time. So now it should be considered night. Yep, sure enough, there's the things in question we can interact with. Which I don't understand why these things need to be at night when we did one of these puzzles earlier in the game without it being night. These are my least favorite puzzles, I swear. It's mainly just because of the stupid time sake thing you have to just sit here and wait for. You can't just skip around time of day. If I could skip time of day, I wouldn't care as much for the night puzzles, but because you can't, you're just sitting there waiting like 20 minutes. There we go, good. So that should be the last night one, I think, on Chaos Island. I can't think of any more that are considered night. At this point, we might just finish up the rest of the island puzzles, minus the big story one. So that way we can get the entire map, and then have the fast warps for levels. Yo, I don't think I need to do that puzzle. I might be able to get it like this. Okay, no. But you are seeing the problem with Chaos Island a little bit more now when I'm not using the higher object pop-in value. These rails are getting harder to see, and they're everywhere here. So, that's not great. I've heard a lot of people complain on their first playthrough they just couldn't see the things in question on Chaos Island to interact with because of the pop-in. And I can understand it. I don't really think I had that kind of problem myself on the first playthrough. I mean, yeah, it's a little hard to see certain things here and there, but not to the same degree as other people were talking about. I didn't have, like, the worst time trying to platform around here because I couldn't see something. But man, the rate we're going here, we might actually be able to finish up Chaos Island tonight. Because there's not that much left in terms of what we need to do. In terms of story stuff, we have like 1 or 2 cutscenes left to see before we can get to the final thing to interact with here. And then from there is the Titan fight. Trying to remember how you get over there, specifically from this area. Like, there is a set of rails you take, but I don't know where they are. Where... It has to be around here, because these random things floating in the air tell me otherwise. But no, it's just, it sends you back up if you fell. I get Sun and Frontiers, maybe during summer. There's a Steam sale happening right now, and I don't know how much it is on that. So if you don't mind playing a PC version, maybe that's the version to check out. But yeah, no, it's a good game. I recommend it to people. It's very fun. And if you like open world style games, you'll like this. Even if you're not a Sonic fan. Because I think what they do with the game, even for non-Sonic fans, is very much like a lot of other kind of open world style things. It's very beginner friendly. 40% off. Or 30% off, sorry. So it's 40 right now. That's not bad, actually, for this. I bought the game Digital Deluxe for about 60-ish bucks, because I had a sale for that at the time. 10% off. But that was at launch, so that's saying something. 40 nowadays. Here's the problem I have with Digital Deluxe. It's not really worth it. So you can save yourself about 10 bucks by skipping that part of it, because there's not much you really get out of that. You get some extra items in the beginning you can use to speed up the process, but you really don't need them, in my opinion. And then there's also the idea... Oh, there it is. I had the classic pop-in value being hard to see problem that everyone complains about. I'm not gonna die. So, as I was saying, the Digital Deluxe, you get some extra items in the beginning that makes it faster on Island 1 just to proceed. And then there's also the art book, which... If you don't care about digital art book, again, you're fine to skip Digital Deluxe. It's not one of those that you really need it, because it has some exclusive stuff that's really worth it, or like extra content to the game as a whole. It's just kind of a extra because, nah, why not? Oh, I see how to get over there now. It's over here. A 40 during 30 sale Black Friday. Yeah, that's good. But this game, if I remember correctly, was around $30 to $40 a lot of the time on Black Friday, so it does add up. Like, this game is really cheap. Like, literally a few weeks after it came out, just because of that timing. Although, if you were buying a digital version, that was not the case, so... For my sake, it would have still been a full price. Maybe 10 bucks at most off. But yeah, Black Friday... definitely was a good time for a lot of people to pick up the game. I heard a lot of people bought it around that time physically because of how cheap it was. For a brand new release, almost 30% saved is a pretty big deal. They'll be so on like a AAA title, like Sonic, or Assassin's Creed, or Call of Duty, whatever, really. And that's a pretty good savings. There, we made it. Oh, it's one of these. Oh, crap. I think it goes the black one, then the blue one? Hang on, where is the first piece? Wait, no. No, it's blue one first, I think. Yeah, based on those gaps, like it's blue, then black, then purple. And if I'm wrong, then oops. Yeah, it always depends on the company. I can agree there. Here for the sales. It just, you have to just look at it like constantly on charts or just on flyers or whatever. See if that game in question you're looking at is going to be on sale, and if it is, by how much. Like, I have a lot of different extensions installed on my browser for checking on sales for that reason. And then I also just follow accounts that can do something similar. So that way I can at least find something for a cheap price, because outside of like a first-party Nintendo game, because for the most part you really cannot buy those unless it's full price, which is really annoying, but that's just the way of things there. Oh, here's the thing, man, that's really well hidden on my map. Outside of first-party Nintendo titles, I don't buy games at full price. Like, even if it's just by a few dollars saved, I will wait until that moment hits, because then I can just buy the game for a reasonable price. And if I'm sitting on it for a bit, well, I don't feel as bad if it goes on sale later for something cheaper, because I bought it at a discount already, so it's fine to me. Can't stand too many extensions. The browser slows down too much. That's also fair. For the most part, the ones I have on there are just necessity use ones. Like, I have app blocker on mine because of just a lot of websites trying to give you viruses through their ads, which is really unusable. And I don't care about the idea of, you're not supporting your content creators for the app block. Look, man, if I'm watching my favorite creator, it's not on my computer, so it doesn't matter. So I'm never having that issue happen. If I'm watching stuff, I'm mainly watching either on my phone or on my TV. So they're getting paid. I make sure of that. Don't question what I was just doing. My brain said one thing, and game said otherwise. I gotta go this way specifically. Don't try something stupid. But yeah, mainly it's just like that. I have, it's called Augmented Steam. I recommend that one to people. That's a really good extension for if you're wanting to get a PC game on sale. It will tap into, I think it's like the PC game price charting site. It taps into that catalog to tell you if a game is on sale or not, and if it is, on what platform. So it's not just Steam that it's on sale for. You can buy, say, this game if it's cheaper on Epic Games, let's say. And it'll tell you it's this much on this platform. So if it's too much on Steam, you can buy it somewhere else if you just want to save a buck. Or also if it's on sale, like a different website with a Steam key. Say, like, this is now $30 on Humble Bundle on their website. But it's still a Steam version. So, like, that one's recommended to me. And, like, what else do I even use anyways? Like, let me just look real quick. I also have the Twitch stuff. Like, that's... I recommend everyone to have these. Better Twitch TV, and also FrankerFaceD. It gives you more features on the platform. You get extra emotes in most chats. It's like, just get those. They don't have any overhead, so they're fine. Remove YouTube dislike, so I can actually see the dislikes again. Let's see. I have all the Google-related ones, like Google Doc one or the Google Drive thing. That's required to use the program, so that's why I have it. I have a full screen capture one. That's just for video stuff a lot of times. Night mode for certain websites because they desperately need it, and some don't have it. And that's for the most part it. Like, most of mine are just adding back features in that got removed over time in Chrome, or just quality of life things. That's for the most part all I have. So it doesn't slow me down all that much, which is great. To be fair, if you're using Chrome, it already is a little problematic when it comes to being slowed down, because it's Google Chrome. It just eats through your memory like crazy. It looks like we're done actually on this island. There's nothing left besides story stuff at this point. So I guess we're finishing up Chaos Island tonight indeed. But now that we see the pop-in thing, you know, be garbage, I'm going to probably turn back on my higher object pop-in here in a minute. I'm just going to run through the field like one final time just to show how bad this gets on Chaos Island, because just how massive it is. And then you will see. Yikes. Turn your mod back on, please. This is a little much. Hello, Tails. Hi, Tails. Can you give me a minute? I need your expertise to fix a thing for me, because this game has some pop-in like no other. I need to like catch up a little bit here in chat. I mentioned at least 80% of the time Nintendo games don't usually get day one patches. Good amount games these days. Well, that one, reading on the patch link here, that one depends on the game. If it's an online-based one, yeah, most definitely. They get a day one patch. A lot of their single-player games, like Super Mario Odyssey when it came out, Breath of the Wild, the Kirby games like Forgotten Land, that Kirby is still on 1.0, and I'm shocked about that. But yeah, a lot of their games they don't normally patch because they don't need to half the time, unless it has online components. That's usually when they'll get a day one patch. But then there's also the fact that their games rarely go on sale, and if they do, it's like $10 to $20 off. So buy one of their games day one or day 500, it's the same experience, it feels like. And also DLC too, thinking about it. Yeah, when games add DLC, then they get a patch later for that.
Hey, little bro. Feeling better?
Yeah. This whole experience gave me a kind of clarity. When this is all over, I think I need to go it alone for a while. I can't grow into my full potential if I always fall back on you. If that's okay.
You're free to go your own way. I guess you just grew up on me a little faster than I expected.
Are you saying I outpaced you?
Yeah, don't push it. It's gonna take some getting used to, but here's to you reaching new heights, partner.
Such a beautiful friendship. A family born of love and not genetics. Everything I want. I wish I'd never seen this. It was so much easier accepting the future when they were simply enemies.
Oh, she has emotion. Character development. Remember that cutscene we seen like, what, an hour ago? Ah, good time. Good time. What's this? I'm crying. I thought I wasn't real. Like, that is surprising. She has actual tears. So she's more than just an AI. But now we can see she's starting to glitch out a bit. She's swapping between like a dark look and a light look. Oh no, the dark mode, light mode setting. It's bugged. Fix it. Light mode looks terrible. But her light mode, yeah, I like it. Like the blue eyes, the white dress, like it looks innocent. She looks innocent like that. Why is my camera like this? I can't move it. Oh, it's probably because I'm tabbed out. That's probably why. That's fine. Just enjoy the sky view for a second here. I just wanted to look up something here in general. Okay, we're good. This is where we're going next. I could just run over there. Got Discord message from Warrior 64. Notifications on video alerts. And you got one for SA2 on sale. That game's probably like $2. That game is always dirt cheap on the sale. So if you don't own it on that platform, then it's like, well, I didn't need to eat a sandwich today. Because that's like dirt cheap. But that's funny how that's the one you got a notification on. As we're playing the newest Sonic games. Like, why don't you buy this one from like 20 years ago? You know, it's still one of the best ones in my opinion.
I've been studying this door while you were exploring the island. It sounded like it
I know a lot of
unlocked
people do
from the
that too.
inside.
Follow
Great.
Discord
So,
bots or just
how do
certain
we open
Discord
it?
channels for those alerts,
See
which is
that
also a
switch
good
next to the
strategy
door?
nowadays.
I think it'll react to the cyber
Again, I mainly
energy
follow
stored in your body.
accounts like that on Twitter because I don't
There's
check
no telling
Discord
what's on
as
the
much
other
on my phone
side.
because it drains my
But I'm
battery more
betting
than
it's
just Twitter.
important. Approach it whenever
And I
you're
need to be
ready.
on there anyways to check certain posts go
I'm
through that
always
have automated.
ready.
I'm just used to that. Anyways, here's something interesting. I'm gonna save here if I can. Okay, maybe not. No, that's fine. I don't want to save. Man, I'm shiny. Oh my gosh, Sonic. You're radioactive shiny today. Man, you can tell this model and this game, they don't mix when it comes to lighting. Because that is the brightest Sonic I've ever seen. You can't even see his hand. His hand is just white. Like pure, glistering white. There are fingers there, I swear. Quit stage. I want to save before doing that, thank you very much. So, here's the thing with this. Two things to talk about here. Number one, this is a very different thing. This is the only time you play pinball here. This is a pinball minigame. And people hate this. Like, just flat out, they don't like this game. But there is a way to skip this. I don't know how to do it. There's like some very precise movements. I think some frame perfect loading on your saves. But you can skip this section. I think you can only try it once. And if you skip it, you just go straight to the Titan fight. Because after this, we go fight the Titan of the area. I'm not doing it. So in a speedrun, that's what you would do. You would work your way up until this part and just skip pinball. But this is like, what, 5 million points you need? So people found this a little strict on the point threshold. There are mods, actually, to change this. There's a mod to lower the score down to, like, I don't know how much. It was like 10,000 or something. And then there's another one that makes it harder, raising up to like 10 mil. Crazy. If you guys want, we could look at those mods. Like, look, I don't know if I'm going to beat them because 10 million sounds like a lot. But we can check them out while we're here because we won't have a second chance. Well, the goal here is just collect the red rings to build your multiplier. Once you have it maxed out, this game goes by pretty fast. It's not really that bad in my opinion. It's just you gotta be comfortable with pinball, and I've played plenty of pinball in Sonic before. Mainly with Sonic Adventure 1. Like, you're forced to play pinball there if you wanted to get a lot of rings real easily. Otherwise, you just go in the sewers. The sewers are just easier to get rings fast. But for the later missions, no, we learned pinball all the way. Sewers can only get you so much. Also, the rings count for your multiplier too, but you're just better off getting the red rings specifically. But this one, man, I hate this one. I can't even get to it. It's in the worst spot. Sonic doesn't need to give out a pinball. Hey, it's a cult classic. It's like having a shmup in a Kirby game. It needs to be here. Tradition. Also, I thought at first you can use like the bumpers here too, but it's just the triggers for the left and right one. Also, I thought you can hit like the A button to use both, because in a lot of other games, there's like one button you press and it activates both flippers, but no, this one's strictly just one button per flipper. Seems like a boring pinball table. It kinda is. There's not much going on here. It's just this. So after a while, obviously, you get the point, and that's why people don't care for this. It can drag. When's the next red ring gonna spawn? There you go. I was like, come on, please. I think the max multiplier you get is a 256, so we're one away from that. If you fall, I think you lose your multiplier, so I'm trying not to fall down and lose a ball. Get 3 in total, but you can't shake the table. It ain't real pinball if you can't shake it. It's taking up many pinball depths such as this. I think the biggest problem here is just the length. The table itself is not bad. I think it's simple enough that it's not that difficult to get the points you need and to keep the ball in question, because there's really only like 3 ways to fail. But realistically, there's only one, because I've never had a ball go down the left or right sides. It's always just been on the sides where the flippers are. So I've never had this thing fall anywhere but in the middle. And because of that, I never failed this. I lost 1 ball, and then that was it. Oh, then after a while, this happens too, because you beat the game, so it goes glowing, and then you gotta get to the top. This is the hard part. How do you get it up? You just have to get a good shot. But please don't hit the stinking bumpers again. Come on. Straight up. It needs to go straight up or around. There you go. And that's it. That's pinball. It's not bad, it just takes a while. That's the biggest problem. So yeah, the big thing is you don't want to fail that, because like you're saying, that multiplier resets when you lose a ball, so you have to do it all over again. And then, yeah, the physics are one big thing you gotta worry about too. Sometimes that could just really screw you up. So sometimes you're doing well, and then other times the game just says you're gonna lose a ball today. And there's not much you can do if that happens. Well, there's our Titan.
Whatever you did triggered an eruption, and the lava burned away the cloud bank and revealed something?
Hey, I've seen my fair share of pinball machines. I know one when I see one. Were those really part of the original ruins? I mean, the tech here outpaces Eggman's and is older than old. Well, I guess the love of pinball predates civilization.
That's one way to put it, Sonic.
Sonic, that Titan down there, do you really plan on fighting that? Even as Super Sonic, that thing is...
Keeping you
Yeah, that
Amy
thing
and
is what?
Knuckles
A
trapped?
Titan?
So yeah, I'm gonna take it down. Sit tight, partner. I'll take out this last Titan and get everyone back to normal.
Well, now with that, the game should have autosaved, right? Yep, it did. Okay. So now with that, I want to try these different mods here real quick. Easier pinball and harder pinball. So, I'm looking at the config here. We're going to start with easier. So, what we can do is we can have it set to 500k, 1 million, or 2.5 million. That's already under the threshold by a lot. It's half at most, which is not bad. And the description for this is just, it makes it easier. So you lower that setting. I don't think it changes anything else. What's the harder one? Because this one doesn't let me edit. It just doubles the requirement. Let's try this real quick, because I have an autosave, so we can just peace out after we look at these. We may not beat it again. I just want to see how much easier or harder the modding scene has made this. There's a lot of pinball-related ones. Like, a lot. There's even custom settings. Oh, did I... Oh, I hope this doesn't break. That was tabbed out when the game loaded. And if I do that, I think it just infinitely pauses. Oh, no, it's not doing that. Okay, cool. So this is the easy one. So now it's just half of the... Well, no, not even half. It's like a quarter of the score. But the overall mechanics are the same. So not much is very different here. Unless, wait, actually, is that even? That score isn't different. Am I going crazy? That score didn't change. I'm moving that to the top of the list. At the 500k, unless I was misreading that value. Okay, I wasn't the only one. Thank you. Thank you, chat, for confirming. I was not... Oh, crap, it's saved. I have to do this again. Wow, okay, so we do have to do this regardless. I'll show it off, and I'll redo the pinball thing, but I'll do it with one of the mods. Okay, there you go. 500k, it changed. So now, how long would this take? This would take, like, no time at all. You would just need, like, maybe a 64 multiplier to be done. Because look at the score already. We're already up to 6k, and we've barely done anything. So needless to say, if you're having a hard time, download the easier pinball mod, and it'll just lower the requirements by a significant amount. Even if you set it to the highest setting, it's still half the score. But yeah, this is really easy in comparison. But it still takes a while, as you can see. So let's just turn that one off. And then let's try the other one. Let's do harder pinball. I'm making sure these are working by just moving them to the top of my mod list. I think they need to be at the top for this to work. And I have one more that we're going to set. Because this one's super custom. And then after that, we'll just beat it again, because apparently I have to, because it's taking autosave. We'll go from there. What the heck is this one, though? Loco's Pinball Experience. Oh, I get it. Okay. It's just a thing that literally lets you skip it or not. Alright, so in case you liked pinball a lot, here's one that sets the score to 10 million. So you're here for, if it was 10 minutes to do this table normally, probably closer to 15 minutes. If you never lose the ball. This is a lot. So I don't know about this one, Chief. I don't know if we're gonna do this one. This is too much. But again, doesn't change anything else in the game. The balls are still the same. And then same for others, so everything else is fine. So here's what we're gonna do. Let me turn back on the display capture so you guys can see what I'm doing. So there's a pinball skip, and then there's a pinball save. Oh, that's right. You guys can't see what's going on because I have this in admin. So when I load the thing, you're not gonna understand it. I'm gonna just download both of these just to have. I really wish you can see it load correctly. All right, I'm gonna do this so then you guys can see it. I love this. I love this one thing. Hi, Zuka. Just every time. Just the grrr face. What is that picture even from? I want to know. Like, where did they find that picture? You know what it is. Well, that's a good description. And then pinball skip. You know what it is. I'm not going to use these in case it actually messes with my file. Let's find that one I just got beforehand for the pinball table. What was it called exactly? Should have been called custom pinball. Right? Or is it? Wait, hang on. Every time. Custom pinball settings mod. Okay, I was right. I have custom pop-in, so where's the custom pinball? Oh, I might have to re-download if that's the case. Hang on. I can't install this normally, unfortunately, because I'm not running this in admin. And I run this in admin normally, but for right now, I'm not. All right, it's FT pinball. I do have it. What is it called then? Pinball settings. Okay. Here it is. Also, thanks for the compliment there, Ethan. Yeah, I like this wallpaper a lot. It's real cool. It was the promotional art they used for Freedom Planet 2 when it was coming out. Okay, here we go. So we can give ourselves more pinball balls. Max is a 127, and you can set your points. So minimum is 1,000, or minimum is 1,000. Max is, what is that? Why? You want to be here for like a whole day playing pinball? Be my guest. We're doing the custom stupid one. We're doing the minimum value with a crap ton of balls. That's what we do in this house. Now, that should work. And because I forgot, it autosaved at the section. This custom mod will fix our issue. Let's go play a different pinball game if you want to score that badly. Yeah. Probably. Because this one's not bad. It's just, it's lacking. Look. Look at the 126 balls. And I'm already done. Fastest pinball of my life. Let's go. Now, how do I get out? How do I get out of here? This is the pinball experience that the goofy face Izuka pictured, right? You can't even talk when you're doing that face. It's impossible. Alright, skip the scene. We've seen it.
Whatever you did triggered in a rush.
Alright, there you go. Now I'll actually save that. Man, that's a new world record on pinball. Let's go! Man. The things we do to be stupid around here. I'm coming for you, dude! Whee! Alright, it's Titan time. And I'm glad we got here at this time of day, too. Because fighting this guy during daytime is great. So here he is. Night. So, we know the drill at this point. Up there on his head is a Chaos Emerald, so we gotta just kind of wait around. But that lava, by the way, can still kill you, so don't walk towards it. If you stay in this corner, normally those spikes don't get to you, but then sometimes they still reach. That's a nice little hiccup there, because of the automation. He got roller skates, essentially, yeah. Alright, there we go, we made it. So let's do this supersonic fight with the Sonic Adventure 1 model. This is gonna look interesting. Let's do this. Let's find our flame. So this guy uses a sword and a shield in combat. That's his big gimmick. Tap the shield a bit, and you realize he ain't working. And that's because he's gonna throw it at me. Man, you can't really make it out with this flame. Dang, that shield is just invisible, essentially. It's blending with the background. What? Whoa! Alright, that's not intended. What is happening? Where'd the level go? I feel like if this game doesn't crash in another 2 seconds, then we have a miracle on our hands. I don't know what just happened there, because that I've never seen before. That kind of ruins the fight. I've never experienced that. Even with this model, that doesn't happen. Stop trying to hit me and hit me. Take the high kick. That missed. Well, that sucks. Alright, there we go. Phase 2. Favorite Titan's on. This one's really good, yeah. I like Finder Flame. I think this is the same band that did the song for Infinite back in Forces. These are the same people. Alright, phase 2 is a little different. Now we can knock that shield back with the guy. Alright, just gotta wait a second here. That might not hit him. Yeah, that's what I thought. You want to hit this guy when he's a little slowed. By doing that, you have plenty of time. Here. There you go. Alright, build back up. There you go. Got him. Or not. Okay. I did a side loop, but it didn't count. Because that makes sense. The side loop has not been my friend in this fight for whatever reason. I'm predicting. Oh, that was close, dude. That should have worked. Alright, this is going to definitely hit him. I don't know what's happening here, but yep, that was an interaction. Ow. I want to get a side loop on this guy, because I really like what happens when you side loop in this fight. But I haven't been able to get it because of the side loop being weird. I gotta build up my meter a little bit more if I want to do the quick one. What is happening, man? Every time I try to do a certain thing, it doesn't want me to do it. Okay, well now we're doing this again. I might have enough time to do a side loop in my next combat phase. I might have enough. Because his health is very low. He's about ready to die. Nice. Okay, never mind. I don't have time. Because if I get this, it's GG's. So I might actually redo this fight just to show people what I'm talking about. Because I'm bitter about the thing graphics not loading. Kind of defeats the purpose of the fight a little bit when you can't see what's going on. That's it. GG's. I like how this is a finisher. This part of the fight, cinematically wise, it's really nice. But there's one thing about it that bugs me. Sonic takes his sword, and he uses it to slice him in half. What bugs me is that he has no audio for that. He does not make a grunt or scream or anything. Every other anime, that would just be a hey-ya moment, but his VA has no line. That's the only thing that bugs me. Other than that, it's great. Love the finisher. That's it. We're done here. Another premonition. We must go. That should be 100% complete when it comes to Chaos Island. That's 3 islands down. We're just about done with this game. There's not much left. Welcome back to Kronos Island. Now with towers. Lots of them. Sonic, where'd your bracelet go? You lose it? It's right there, on that arm.
Has been revealed. Silence the 6 towers. Tear down the walls between dimensions.
Oh, good. I thought you were gonna say there was a surprise, Titan.
Sonic?
Well, and then just one falls down from the sky.
Hang tight, partner. We're almost through this.
Be careful.
Now there is technically one more Titan left in the
Careful.
game, but it's not
Where's the
here.
fun in that?
Alright, before we continue on, for starters, that migraine turned into a lot more. I'm very weak. And second, we're going to close out the game, because now what we're going to do is we're going to fight that guy one more time, and I'm going to show off something different. But for starters, every time. That gets me every time. I can't help it. I have a very specific preset for this. That's why I didn't care to save. It's fine. We're going to fight this guy again, but we're going to fight it with my settings this time. A very specific set of settings. Everything else should be good. We'll use the same costume. How about that? Actually, no. Let's use this different one. It's essentially the same, but now the quills aren't in like the same way. I just want to show real quick. Where is it? I have these same things on, the frame rate limiter thing, but I have in-game letterboxing off. I'm going to show you why that's not a good idea. Some things don't cooperate correctly. I have it set to always day, because I really like how that looks in daytime. I got rid of a camera notification because it's stupid. Seriously, I don't like it. Everything else is essentially the same here, so we should be fine. Let's load it up. And then another thing we're going to do here is we're turning off all the HUD. All the HUD is going to be gone. In fact, did I also show in that I have boss health off? Because I should have, right? I did not enable that. There's an extra thing. High Titan health gauge we have to have on. I forgot to enable that. We're going to do this hard mode. So, a little bit of behind the scenes here. The thumbnail for part 3 of the Sonic Frontiers stream we did on the VOD channel, this is how I got that thumbnail. Because during the fight, you have the HUD, like, right on top of it. And it looks bad. Like, having the health bar in the middle of the fight for a thumbnail's sake is, no, it's bad. So, what I did to get the set thumbnail is just this. I refought the guy, in question. So in that fight, it was just fighting Wyvern again, but with everything off. All the HUD stuff is off. And then an extra tweak or two with mods, and then we get this look. So essentially what you're saying there, Ethan, is theater mode. Not the actual theater mode mod, that's a different mod. So here's how these cutscenes look without the black bars. It fully fills it. But there are some cutscenes that doesn't work correctly because characters are off screen on these cutscenes. Like, I kind of want to fight Giganto for like a split second in the beginning part, just to show what happens in phase 2 with that. I'm half tempted. This is the only stuff I didn't turn off. I don't think I can. Even with mods, I don't think there was a setting to turn off these things. But essentially, this is kind of hard mode too, because I can't even see how many rings I have. Now you die, you can beat me. Oh, you can't. Alright, so that HUD stuff should all be gone now. I don't think I have any pop-ups for this fight. So another problem is, because I turned off all the HUD stuff, I have to know mentally when to do a quick side loop, because I can't see if I have side loop meter filled. So here's the fight. Not much here. So I hope you know what you're doing on your own front, because you're not gonna know. Okay, at least now the graphic stuff is not bugging out. I don't know what happened the first time. We just had some really weird luck on that. This part's very interesting, by the way, the shield riding thing, because you only have a little bit to get to him. If you get knocked too far out of the arena, then you just go back to Supersonic, and he gets his shield back. I'm just gonna fight him normally here. I'm not gonna do the YB combo. Alright, I got side loop. So here's what happens. You put him in some swords, do it again, and now I play Swords of Revealing Light, because we just nail him down with the sword. It's great. And he stays down for that entire time, too. Like, he is stuck on that sword. I swear for like 2 minutes. He can't move. It's great. You can do something similar with Giganto as well. I actually might just fight him again real quick, just to get the phase 2 to show you that. I swear, we fought that guy more than any other boss in this series because of very dumb things. It's not gonna work. How'd that work? I'm noticing this model really isn't that different in comparison to the normal Sonic model. So the DX variant of this Lightspeed outfit, man, it really changes things. I'll recommend that one for this model if that's the case, just because of some of the visual differences. Oh, I have my side loop beater. That means we're doing this again. Swords of Revealing Light. I pulled another one. That's right. Be down for 3 turns. He played the card that canceled it. Like, nah, man, I'm not doing this. That's not gonna work. Just get rid of it. Oh, that could have actually. I'm mad now. Nope. Second here. That's not gonna reach. We can try. Yeah. Gee, I wonder if that's gonna reach. Oh, I'm shocked. He should be just about dead. Just think about how many hits we've done at this point. His health is like near nothing. I'm doing the Y&B thing. Oh, either way, it doesn't matter. He has no health left. I have noticed, though, this song loops only with part 2, because the thing is with this song, it triggers differently compared to every other Titan fight. It just plays normally until it finishes, and then it loops with the second chorus. And that's its looping point. It's after the first chorus, it just plays from there. Which is very different. Because normally they just skip to a certain part of that music in a Titan fight. Just for phase 2. This one is the only one that doesn't. That's the fight. I don't know how this works, by the way, for Sonic's sake. He side loops the thing, and then he's holding it like a good 2 feet in front of him. So, some good mental power on that front. Someone gonna sign the Black Knight Sleeper sequel. Essentially. Yeah, I was gonna say, are we gonna go somewhere, or... Alright, let me load up slot 1 here real quick, because like I said, I want to show something very specific here with this letterboxing. And while we're here, I can show what happens with Giganto when I side loop the guy. Also, lighting just went haywire here, because it loads from a night file, and because I have daytime enabled, it just like, yeah, what is happening? Also, speaking of the cutscene thing with the letterboxing, this one looks cursed now. It looks even more stretched, and I don't even know how that's possible. I forgot I had that on. Wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. No, I had to do something else. I realized another problem. I had to turn off a thing. I forgot I still had the music on, and I would get DMCA'd hard for that. Alright, here's the thing. We'll fight him with that, because you guys love Giganto style. I know you do. That's what we're calling it now. It's not Gundam style anymore, it's Giganto style. It's its own style. But I'm going to do things differently. I just thought of something I can do for this, and it'll make it even better. I found this by accident for testing. I just hope this file has what I need set up. I really hope this is here. Suddenly daytime. Please be here. Please be here. Yes, it's here! Alright, hang on. I gotta confirm another thing. Yes, he's there dancing. Cool. Okay. So, now I have a good reason for fighting him again. It's the speedrun tech we're gonna do here. We're gonna skip into the arena. So, I just line myself up. And fly away. There he goes. Doing his dance. That should be enough to get in the arena. Yeah, the one with the trees I'm going to stomp. Hello, sir. How are you doing over here? So, for one, this guy's not solid. If you ever wondered that, this is not Giganto. The boss version of Giganto. This is a cutscene version of him. He is not an interactable object. So now you're wondering, wait a minute, how do you fight this guy if that's not the real one? Well, I'm glad you asked. Myself. So, we want to hit the trigger for the fight, which is around here. Gotta give it a minute. Sometimes the trigger works when it feels like. Come on. There it is. So, have you ever wanted to see two of these guys do Gundam style? Here it is. I found this by accident. So, remember last stream when I was showing how you could just skip both Island 1 and 2, and I did the speedrun stuff, I did it with this mod on by accident. So this one was dancing in the background. And then the other one loaded. I was like, oh, great, they both do it. Double the dance. So now comes the hard part of me getting on top of this guy again. Do a little jig. Got it. I missed. Are you serious? I gotta wait again. %? It's only 4 hours in this game? That's insane. I mean, there's so many speedrun tricks that you can do, so I guess I'm not too surprised, but holy crap, that's fast. I'm not gonna recharge that. Oh, I did. Oh, don't tell me I have the sepia bug. Okay, I don't. Good. So please stop. I just want to get on top of the head. Is the other one there during this cutscene? I want to know now. Because I think once you get the Chaos Emerald transform into Supersonic, the other one deloads. But we'll find out. Nope, he's still there! Which is the real one? No one will ever know. I love that angle the best, too. It's like a live concert. You versus the Titan they tell you not to worry about. This is great. Enough meter yet? Hang on, do we even have that tech? I definitely do. It's just I can't see. Yeah, there it is. Quick side loop. I don't know how much meter I have. I can't tell. There you go, I got it. Oh, but I missed! Alright, I can make up for this. Hang on. Just gonna silence the two dancing together. Got him. And now, boom. Knock him right down. He gets right back up. Why? He's supposed to stay down. And then he's just back up to do his dance. I just want to get the phase 2 so I can show why you don't want to play with the cutscene borders off. And we should just about be there. There you go. Oh, everyone's still dancing. Why is he still here? Go away. He's just having a good time. You know who else is, by the way, at this point? Our Sonic. Because he just chilling up there. You can see his foot. So there's why you don't want to do the border removal. It just doesn't work correctly. The fact there's 2 of them. Now I have to see this through to the end. I wasn't going to fight him to the end, but now because of this, I have to. Yeah, I love how you tell me how to do a thing after I did it. Okay, that was an interaction. The camera's now bugged. Let's see how long he stays down now. Barely any time. The fact you're having a friend back there dancing is the only thing that I can focus on. The best part about this whole fight. I didn't even do anything there. I didn't counter. I didn't get the shield or anything. I just kind of did my thing. All right, $1 million question. Does he still dance? Does this one still dance when we kill him? Let's find out. I don't see him. I think we finally got rid of the other one. Wait, no, he's still there. He never leaves. Always dancing. Giganto's dead. It's like the dang crab lore meme. Like the crab. He even danced in that. I wish I didn't skip it now. I didn't know he still danced. Why does he still dance? All right. Well, here's another thing. I don't feel as bad doing this right now. Because where is it? Turn it back on. We have now entered the welcome to beta portion of the game part of the stream. Because now, I'm going to go fight him again. Sorry, we have to, because I have to see the cutscene through. I didn't know he danced in the cutscene. It's a pre-rendered cutscene. You can't blame me. But, I'm going to do that fight again. Overpower Sonic, he'll just one-hit KO him, doesn't matter. But we're going to look around this area, because things are very different here. Why am I doing this way, by the way? I just realized that I don't need to do the actual glitch in question, but I want to. I can't do it. There you go. I was gonna say, I can't do it. Probably because of the nature of overpowered Sonic. He's the guy dancing in the inner Giganto grave and going, Giganto dead, kick W. You know, this is the one time I'll forgive your kick W because it actually fits. The one time it makes sense. And imagine a new viewer coming into this. Like, yeah, don't worry, this is Sonic Frontiers as intended. This is how the game always was. I don't know if you misremembered or not, but it was always like this. There. Alright, let's watch this cutscene. At this point for our playthrough, this guy is the meme boss. You are not wrong there, Ethan. Lore for the fast get-up. He has a backup. It's to motivate him. He is definitely the motivation tool. Every copy of Frontiers is personalized. Yeah. There he goes. He's still dancing.
First seal is broken. Thy next foe awaits on the sand-scarred island.
I gotta see. Does he still dance when we leave? Can we still see him? Because he's going right there. Yeah, he's still dancing. I can faintly see him. There we go.
Sorry, Amy.
So it's good to know this cutscene takes place in the arena. I didn't know that. I thought he went back over to the other part of Kronos. But no, Sonic is just here in the arena where Amy is. That's the last time you can see the dance. Do we know the computerized voices? Well, when you say that, we're actually going to find out here very soon. By very soon, I mean when I get back to my main file. Alright. Land. We must go back. Does he still dance? We must answer this question. Does he still dance? Okay, well, for one, I gotta move away. Apparently there's invisible walls everywhere here. There's some main file. At this point, it's just the meme files we're playing. You're not far off. I don't see him. But we might be too far away, even for this pop-in value. I think how to get back over there fast where I'm at. I think it's just to do this. Really? I don't have any warps on this one because I have no map, so I have to walk manually. Okay, at least it's putting me here. Oh, I don't see him. He's done dancing. He finally retired. When the other one left, he decided, that's my time. I'm done. I'm gonna go home now. Yeah, he's gone. All right, so while we're here comes that beta part. Oh, you be quiet. Here comes that beta part of the game I'm talking about. I couldn't find a mod to get this to work, so I'm gonna have to do this the manual way. So, the thing is, at the point in the game we're at now, we have unlocked our second to last island. What's it called? Rhea? I think is how you pronounce it. Rhea Island. Rhea Island is just Kronos Island again. I'm not kidding. It's just the second half of it. So I should be far enough over now. I can ground pound. And I'm in. Okay, good. So, we're going to walk around this area here. And then we're going to load up the main file. And you're going to notice something very similar. The islands are interconnected. And I did not notice that the first time I played. This is how they were originally intended to be. Kronos Island was supposed to be one big island. But it just didn't happen in the actual game. Like, if I can go to a very specific area right now, then you'll actually see it right away. Hang on, I go too fast. Here it is. This may look familiar because this is where we're starting on our fourth island. This is the starting point right here. And then we got a tower over here on the side that we can go to. So there's that. I'm trying to think. I think I'll do it with this file. Yeah, I'll do it with this file because I don't want to mess up anything on the main one just to be safe. So you know what I'm going to do? I don't want you guys getting spoiled for that final area, so I'm going to hide the options here for a minute because one of my save files I have here is going to be... Oh, it won't work actually. Oh, never mind. It won't work because I have to replace the save file. Alright, that's fine. If that's the case. Every time. Every time. No, it's overpowered, Sonic. Where's level 1 boss save? Open the file. Alright, now we're good. That's what I have to do on this one because it autosaves. Alright, let me load up this file real quick. Again, I don't want to spoil it, so I'm just going to leave it off for people who haven't seen this part of the game. We'll get there in due time. But I'm going to load this file so I can go right to Rhea Island. Alright, here we go. So now it's loading back up. I'm going to re-enable the game capture. Give it a second. There it goes. Okay. So now we're back. And this section looks like the one we just came from Kronos Island. It's the exact same again. And now, if I go up and fly very, very high up, you can literally see Kronos Island in the distance. So let's go over there. You have the same issue here, if I'm not mistaken, trying to get to Kronos Island as you did with the part trying to get in the Rhea Island from Kronos. There's like an invisible barrier somewhere here, and you just get blocked out.
You stray
Yeah, there it is.
from the path. Turn back. Complete your mission.
You can literally make out the entire island, though, even just from here. You don't even need to go over there. No, yeah, that's the first island. So we're home. We can even get over to the boss arena. This area we can get to. This is where we entered the boss fight. So we can actually see that path Sonic takes to get to Giganto here. He doesn't go that fast. But the actual boss arena, you get the platform in, so this is intended. So let me fly super high up so we can break out of the boundaries. We get all the rings. Alright, that should have been high enough at this point, I would say. So now I can drop. And we're in. I like this clever trick they do, since this is not supposed to be accessible at any point. They take away all the things you interact with here normally. So the puzzle stuff is gone, like the big old pillars here. None of the cyberspace levels are here, because this area does not have any cyberspace levels. Rhea Island is just 100% plot. So we're only doing plot stuff here. But all these set pieces are still here. And they're all physically enactable. Like, none of this is just like random things you can fall through, just graphics only. No, it's a platform. Oh, crap. I'm gonna have to break back in because I did not want to fall. It puts me back in bounds. So I have to get back out of bounds. Or it doesn't. Oh, that's interesting. So I think at one point, again, you can tell you were supposed to actually be here because that shouldn't have worked in the way I thought. Can't Pope from Fire God Island named after her in a Sonic game. Fun way to put it, yeah. Yeah, up here we get a Chaos Emerald normally. You can see the cutouts here for where you're supposed to do the puzzle in Chronos. Like, you can actually see the proper path, but no pillars to do the puzzle with. Very interesting. This, I don't... Wait, no, that is there. Never mind. Like, I don't even remember that being there. There's no rails, though, for, like, a section up here. So, you can't properly platform through it, but... For one, you can do that. That's not what I meant. I want to get up high enough so I can get to one of these walls. This is coded as a climbable object, so there's a lot of stuff you can still do on this side, and vice versa in some fashion. There's a tower on the other side, where you're at for Chronos getting the Rhea Island, you can interact with. You can climb it. There's a whole section up there to go do and just climb it. It's all working. It's really interesting. And how much stuff they still left in the game that you can interact with in these areas you're not supposed to get to. It's all solid. There's a lot of interaction still. There are certain things that are still set up, like you can do puzzles. The bridge is out again. That sucks. So yeah, I'm kind of surprised all this is still in the code. They can just get to, but you're not getting here by normal means. I mean, you can do that one glitch I showed in Chronos, and they can get you to the out-of-bounds section for the Rhea part, but you're not doing this. What I'm doing now, you're not getting over to Chronos from Rhea Island. That's just not going to work. But yeah, I agree. This is a very interesting thing here. The fact that this is just in the game like this still, it shows what would have been, since this, you can tell originally was just planned to be a part of one whole structure, one whole island. But with how things kept on changing, and I guess near the end they're running into time constraints, then they had to just separate the islands to make one plot only. But everything else here is still here from Chronos and vice versa. It's very cool. There's even a section here which shows there's supposed to be more to this island.
You stray.
Let me break back into Rhea. That's not high enough, really. Egg memos do spell out there are only 3 islands when it happened development. Yeah, that's another thing, because Island 5 was also supposed to be a part of Chronos. Island 5 was separated out, I think, near the end of development. Again, probably because of a time constraint thing. So, Islands 1, 4, and 5 was supposed to be one big thing, but then they separated it out into multiple pieces. So, it is very different. But, there's this over here, right? You can get here. And this is a thing. Like, you're supposed to apparently be able to get over here, because there's a boost pad that sends you back. You can't get there normally. You have to glitch your way over here. Because you can get here with just normal, like, speed crap. Like, you can just abuse the physics and just launch yourself from that tower. but you're not supposed to be able to get here by normal means. It's just, you can. And then there's this area over here as well. This is also solid. This random thing in the middle of nowhere is solid, although questionable apparently. But, oh, I clipped into the rock. I didn't even know that was gonna happen. Okay, well, you get the point there. That's also a thing that you can interact with. Makes you think maybe you could have gone over to further parts of these islands. But clearly, the seams say no, you never were supposed to be able to get over here for final game's sake. I think it's the same with those pillars there, too, back in Chronos.
You stray from the path. Turn.
I gotta go higher. I'll go from this direction. And then just hold the button for an eternity, because I gotta get a lot of height. I think if I go higher than these towers, then that should be enough. Because these towers are super high up. Alright, that should be good. Should be above land. Well, I was. I wasn't wrong. I just wasn't over solid land. I was over a sloped land. Perfect hole in one. Alright, let me go over more to the mountain then. Just to be good. Oh, come on. I didn't think it was that close. That invisible wall is massive, by the way. It goes really high up, but we can see that it does end. But also, the trigger's out really far, too. Which is weird. It's like the big invisible wall you run into getting at the end of Wind Waker, like the big old barrier. It's similar to that. Alright, that should be better. This should be a good drop. Yeah, we're good here. But I'm in Rhea Island still, technically. If she's saying, you stray from path. Whatever this mysterious voice is. We'll go higher than the tower. Boost. And now it should be over. So now we're back at Chronos. Now I can do this. So I think you can get to these for... No, wait, no, I remember these islands. These were the ones for the portal. Like, this is the one that had the cyberspace level, and then this other island was to get you over to it. Like a little puzzle. For some reason I thought that was a different thing. But yeah, I just wanted to show this while we're at this point in the game. It's the most topical to start talking about the beta elements of Frontier, since this is the part of the game they really changed, but you can tell it was supposed to be different in the final product because of what's left over. Even if you don't break in and out of bounds like I'm doing, you can still just see it by just playing the game. It's very obvious. But the fact you can see these towers here in this island, I think is cool. Like, it's a very nice visual thing. I kind of wish if you went back to Chronos, this is what you would see. Just for that nice, like, visual change for story progression's sake. That would have been cool, but I guess it's asking for too much. Alright, but what we're going to do for now is I'm going to actually take a quick break, because I haven't done that yet this stream. I want to get up and stretch and get me a little, like, small snack. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And when we come back, I'm going to load up the actual normal file, and we're going to make our way through this island proper. So stay tuned, and we'll be back in a few minutes with the actual progression, not just beta content this time. So stay tuned. We'll be back in a few minutes. All right, we're back. I loaded up the proper file this time, so as we can see when I hit continue, we're not playing some weird boss file jank. We're actually playing the proper file that we should be on. So I'm gonna load this one up, and now let's actually continue with the plot normally. I turned off my extra model, because I think at this point going forward, I should probably just use the standard look. It would just make the most sense for the cutscenes coming up. So that's what we'll do. I'm gonna ignore this for a minute, because I just want to show that one thing I talked about before we went on break. Because a lot of people, including myself, a little confused about this tower. It's over here. wherever it is. 'Cause it's nothing but trees. Where's this said tower, dude? I can't see anything. Not there. There it is. I see it. Also, as a side tangent, I'm kind of shocked. Did we ever get a star shower on Chaos? I don't remember getting a star shower on Chaos Island. Maybe once last time we streamed, but that was a few weeks ago. If I'm not remembering correctly. But not getting one tonight is shocking to me, at least. I usually get a star shower every, like, few hours of playing, but I feel like I get at least, like, 2 star showers on Island. Maybe 3. So yeah, this island here has this tower, and you're never supposed to be able to climb, but you can climb it. And by doing that, we can get to the very top and see there's absolutely nothing here. But I want to get up there, because I want to show something else. I don't know, can I even make that jump here? I've done it, just trying to figure out, was it that one, or was it the other side? No, it's the other side, because I'm definitely not getting to that one. That wall, no, that's too high. It has to be from this side. I can't get it from that height. I need more speed. And this is very precise to do what I'm doing here. Ah, crap. That was a worst whiff. It's funny, I was actually watching Tom Fox stream this game like a few weeks back, and he was messing with this part a lot. It's like, can you climb this? I don't know. Can you get up here? Is there a reason I can't get up here? How do you get up here? Like, he was struggling with this part, which is 100% unnecessary. You don't need to do this at all, because there's no point to it. But his chat was encouraging him to do it, because a lot of people thought you had to come up here too. And I just loaded up the file while I was watching him stream. I was like, can you actually do this? And I got up here in like 5 minutes. So I was like, oh yeah, you can. And now I'm struggling hard in my own stream. So that's definitely the streaming curse. Dude, I'm like a foot off every time. I need to get a very specific speed launch from this. To be fair, I know another way to get up here, and if I fail this like for another 2 minutes at most, then I'll get up there via the tower we're supposed to get to, because I can do that pretty easily. Okay, really? You need a level of Sonic speed to make it easier. Now, since the speed I would level up is the same as what I have now, because of max rings. All that is... Crap. All that is technically doing when you're leveling up speed is increasing the amount of speed you have when boosting. And I don't need to worry about that when I max the rings, because I got that movie-style speed boost, which is the same thing. Which is why I never had to worry about that with Spike, thankfully. That's the thing with this game. You don't need to level up for anything, because they designed the entire game around a level 1 Sonic, surprisingly. And I don't know why they did it, because it makes the game way easier in some parts than it need to be. Dude, why am I not getting any of these jumps anymore? You literally just saw me do this, no problem, and now I can't do it. What is happening? Chat like seeing pain, much like John's. Yeah, you're not wrong. Although people love seeing that in general, in streams. It's not even wrong about like every stream. Or in every stream community in some fashion. Dude, why? I'm gonna just do this one more time. I'm just gonna do the other method I'm thinking of, because this is actually getting annoying. I need to get like a turn in the air before I boost. That's what I'm missing. Because then if I can do that, I can get the right angle. And that's what I'm missing. And I could do it with a double jump, but I don't have that much time to correct. That's the problem too. Yeah, I'm not getting that. Maybe I could do a launch over here. Maybe that'll just help a little bit. Did I just overcomplicate this? Couldn't I have just done this the whole time? Are you kidding me? I hate my life at times. Why do I do this to myself? I have to know. Why? Alright, well after 10 minutes of struggle, yeah, you get up here like this. And then there's nothing here. Then you're like, wow, I just wasted all that time. Yep, that's about right. Let's go back to the story plot. Good game design MMO. Make sure the game's still beatable. In the edge case, players ignore or don't notice level up mechanics. True, I guess. Why the Kingdom Hearts level 1 runs are so garbled compared to Final Mix. Wow, Kingdom Hearts 1 to Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix. Yeah, you can see the good game design compared to the bad game design coming out, apparently, where they did plan around that. To be fair, wasn't it a thing that the devs at the time actually knew people did level 1 runs? But they did not know that when they made the first game, obviously. Hence why Kingdom Hearts 2 was more designed for level 1 runs. Then onwards, they decided that. I wouldn't be surprised if that was a thing. But I do agree, like, to a sense, though, with that. It is good design on the front that you can beat the game without having to worry about the mechanic if you just don't know about it or not notice. But then it also leads to a new issue where things are too easy. I feel like balancing it out to work with level 1 is one thing, but also not balancing it out when you level up is another. Because the game feels like you're needing to be level 1 for everything, and that's when Frontiers feels a little too easy at times when it comes to its combat. It's mainly the combat. Everything else is fine on difficulty, but the combat, once you start leveling up your attack and defense, you take next to no damage. And then you also don't have to worry about just enemies taking a while to fight, because you can just one-shot everything. That's the biggest problem I have. I feel like it should have scaled. If they have difficulty scaling, then that's like a real peak of game design right there. Kind of like saying like what Borderlands does. When you have more people with you, the game gets progressively harder, so it doesn't just become a curb stop with more people. So at this point, also, we're going to get some story lore now when it comes to the Ancients. Alright, I want to see, can I do this? That should be correct. Sure enough, it was. So I was talking about before when we were looking at the beta elements of this island. You can launch yourself over here. So players found this launch pad out by accident just by playing the game normally. People speed launched themselves off the first tower and found out that island, you can't do anything on it, but you can interact with it. And they put a boost pad there to get you back. It's like they knew players would get there. That's good design, but it also makes you question some stuff. Like, what was the purpose of the island to begin with? Was there going to be more? It feels like there probably was. Just like everything else, things changed. Like for Frontier, Sega wanted to be safe since it's very new for Sonic in general. Probably. That's another thing with this game being a whole new gameplay style for the Hedgehog. There are certain things I feel like that got scaled back in design for that reason. I think just to play it safe to make sure the game was accessible to all crowds, but also so it would work correctly for the Hedgehog's gameplay style. Since it's all about speed at the end of the day, no matter what they did. So they want to make sure, I guess, things still flowed correctly, hence why the level thing didn't matter as much. I do hope for the next game in this kind of style they change that. Making it so you do have to level up, so things actually get a little more difficult if you don't. Because staying at level 1 forever, it does show the game itself is not really that difficult once you start leveling up, so there is a difficulty problem. Playing at level 1 is where you really start seeing the true difficulty of Frontiers, I feel. That's why I've been enjoying this series, because it actually shows the game at its fullest. Not to say I didn't enjoy my first playthrough, fair, because I did still have a challenging time in my first playthrough in some areas. And I did die here and there. So I still struggled in some areas. And that shows the game does have its moments of difficulty. Played entirely of the Lord of the Rings war game without leveling up because you didn't know about level up mechanics. That sounds like another game, I guess, Ethan, where the level up mechanic didn't really matter as much for difficulty if you're able to just play through just fine at level 1. And again, I'm fine with games doing that. I just would like, if you do level up, the difficulty kind of levels up with it, so it's scaled. That way it does feel challenging when you level up, and not just an easier game. But now we're seeing what happened with the Ancients. They're not from our planet. Their planet got destroyed. So they used the power of the Chaos Emeralds to flee. So wherever they fled from, that's a strong force if it just blasted down their planet with a laser beam. One-hit KO'd it. Speaking of one-hit KO, we're closer to that state ourselves. The corruption, get real.
Your cyber corruption is accelerating. How can you smile when you can barely stand?
That's Sonic for you. He don't care. He pushes through it. Thinks of others for himself. That's been his thing for years. His character is always about pushing forward. I think Sonic's idol changes after this cutscene. I think in general throughout all this, yeah. Because we can see he's getting progressively weaker throughout all this. And those cutscenes are another example of how he's one step closer to death, actually. Because he's going to just get trapped in cyberspace like everyone else. But unlike everyone else, he's going to be trapped there and stay there. He's not going to have like a situation where he can be out in the real world like the other spirits. No, he's just going to stay in cyberspace. But also the problem here when it comes to this, this is the perfect time to mention it because this is when Sonic is at his worst. This mechanic doesn't matter at all. Like, you get so badly corrupted, Sonic can barely stand, and yet he's running around full speed like nothing's happening. Apparently that was not always going to be the case. Apparently earlier in development that was going to affect gameplay a bit, where Sonic was going to change like how he moves around a bit, reflecting the corruption, but they scaled that one back. Again, probably due to some time constraints and just in general, trying to keep the game's flow to be as fast as it can be, you know, Sonic game and all. And it wouldn't change how the game controls and all that. That way, you know, it's not going to be a jarring change for a first-time experience, but a brand new gameplay style. I would have liked to have seen them kind of commit to that bit, though. Ow. I would like to see him commit to the bit of just Sonic getting progressively weaker, so his moves are affected by it, too. I would have liked to have seen it. But unfortunately, that's not the case. It's just more or less a cutscene only visual thing, and then also the whole idle animation. That's it. We don't see it outside of that. Yeah, you're not wrong here. Just imagine the crit wiggle thing from the N64 Zeldas for Sonic. That would essentially be what would happen. I would feel gameplay-wise. And I can't believe I'm actually asking for that, because I hate that mechanic in Ocarina Majora. It's terrible. It would have been cool if we stumbled or the player just lost control of Sonic sometimes. Yeah, again, I feel like they couldn't commit to it too much because then people would complain how Sonic would just get progressively harder to control in the game as you further the plot. So I can see why they scaled it back a bit to a point where it's just a cutscene thing / idle animation. But I think they went too far backwards. I think if Sonic just started to have a harder time moving, like how he just stops randomly once in a while to talk about the environment, maybe have a thing like that happen. Where he would need to stop for a minute to recharge, because he has a boost meter in this game, and you have to wait for that to recharge. Okay, well that's like the best save of my life. Imagine having to stop for a minute like a stamina wheel for Sonic, where if you burn it out, you go slower. I would have liked to have seen that. That would have made sense, because of how much weaker he gets. Maybe give him like a stamina style thing for his speed when it comes to the overworld, so that way you're not like boosting at all times at full speed. And then in cyberspace, he just plays normally, because in cyberspace, the corruption doesn't affect him. Like, at all. I think that could have worked. As long as they wouldn't have gone overboard with how much slower he gets, or, like, the time on, like, the refill for stamina, I think it could have worked. Or his charge being slower, too, for boost. Yeah, I can agree with that. That could make a lot of sense. I just feel like something gameplay-wise, it kind of needed to be a thing for his corruption state, because it just feels like an afterthought for the plot, and it's gonna really be an afterthought here once we get through this whole section. You know what I mean in a minute. If you know, you know. But it does feel like a missed opportunity, this whole corruption plot. And you really start to notice it at this point in the game, both in terms of how bad Sonic looks and then what happens in the plot. It just feels like, yeah, we kind of scaled back this idea a bit because we weren't sure what this would have meant for the actual gameplay, and we wanted to play it safe. But yeah, inconsistent gameplay could be one thing. You're not wrong, Kira. And then the island's getting harder. Making Sonic weaker would have made it worse. So it would have just made the game harder in general. And maybe they were afraid that would have just been too much on the player. So our last cutscene, we saw the ancients fly away from their planet, and now they're coming to this one. As it you may ask? It's because of the Chaos Emeralds. Some kind of power source is drawing them in. We lost control of navigation. And what kind of power source was drawing in the Chaos Emeralds? Well, none other than the Master Emerald. This has been lore for the series for years, where the Master Emerald is the key to controlling the Chaos Emerald's power. It's like the one link all 7 Emeralds have. And according to this story plot, even all the way back in the beginning, before the Chaos Emeralds even came to the planet, that Emerald still had that kind of power. So that's always been a thing. So now we have more of a story reason in lore for why Chaos Emeralds and Master Emeralds are interconnected. The Master Emerald drew the Chaos Emeralds to this planet. Now, it's keeping it fair and safe. Scaling back does damage to overall gameplay. In some sense, I agree. As I've been saying here, it does feel like a missed opportunity, and you can see it as the player, so scaling back sometimes too far, you start noticing it as the player, and then you think of these scenarios in your head. So, if you have to think of those said scenarios in your head, then I think they went too far backwards. It's one of those, if they committed to the bit, then I think we could have seen a whole different kind of game. And it could have been a better game, for all we know. We're not exactly sure how that could have really changed things. But this game, you know, was in development for 5 years, and yet it still has all these kind of cutbacks. It really makes you think how the game was originally designed, like, on cutting room floor. So, this is one of those I really kind of wish I was a fly on the wall at the time at, like, Sega HQ. Trying to see what exactly they were doing with a game like this. Because I would have loved to have known what they changed and scaled back. Someone get my muscles on what happened on this. That'd be great. I want to know, like, what things I had in development that they changed. Like, more concrete. Because there's a lot we can just see, and some we kind of already know from developer interviews. But I also agree to what Kira's saying here, too, about the whole story, gameplay separation. That is a hard thing to work with. That also makes this more complicated for devs as well, trying to keep the two connected perfectly. And that can just be a thing that either can work or not work for a game's flow. So, trying to nail that is always one of the hardest things when I hear in game development. Doubly so if you're the designer and you have no idea what the story is, because that is also a thing. Not all the devs working on the gameplay part know the overall story, because they don't have all those notes at the time. So that also could be a factor. Dude! Okay, can I just, like, break that talk about, like, the game stuff for a minute? Just talk about this part that I hate with a burning passion. Why is that rail not connected to the floor? Because that happens every time I play this section. Always. It's very easy for me to always do that. It's because it's, like, off a foot. And it has a gap. It's enough for me to fall. And it's near the end, too, so it sucks when you fall all the way down. That's happened to me multiple times. Think those water enemy things the only way to hear drowning theme? Is it? I don't remember hearing the drowning theme for them, but it's been a while since I've been stuck in a thing so long that I've drowned. I've only done that in my first playthrough. And even then, that was like 1, maybe 2 times at very most before I figured out the whole stomp thing. Also, I hate this cutscene, and it's nothing to do with the cutscene. It's the jarring frame rate. Why is this in like 10 frames a second? I don't understand. It doesn't matter what version of the game you're playing. PS5 version, the Xbox Series version, Nintendo Switch, playing with a graphics card from 10 years ago or from last week. It always runs like this. And I'm playing with a 60 FPS mod, so that's saying something. Can't even push it to 60. It just looks weird. Well, the cutscene's just these portals. Now we know why cyberspace exists. It's for the ancients to remember their past life on their own homeworld. That's why they're here. It's time capsules, essentially.
I believe I have come to understand you. Both of us will do anything to protect those who are precious to us. But your fate, it is what I calculated. Farewell, hero.
If only something in your AI said, help me. I think Sonic got a little worse again for the cutscene's sake. So that might actually be changing on this island. I haven't really noticed that before. Good way to point that out, Kira, earlier. Also, hey Amber, how you doing? Let me take a save real quick, because it's night and I'm afraid of a star shower. I don't think it should crash here, but I don't trust it. Alright, how many more towers do I have? 2 more and both this direction. Okay. Good day. Ah, well, I guess it's one of those rough ones. Sorry to hear that. I'm doing alright though. Thanks for asking. This is why I saved. I knew a star shower was coming up. I knew it. It shouldn't crash, right? Right? I think in this island it has less of a chance to... No. Alright, hang on. How's that foot taste in your mouth? Because it did it. 3.5. I have tested on this island before and it hasn't crashed. Why did it now crash? I don't understand. It's so inconsistent. I'm going to turn it off. This is why we just saved. So I will be triggering that star shower again. That's guaranteed. But now it's not going to crash. And this island does not matter for pop-in. There's not much here. I've never tried that attack on one of these things before. Man, the camera does not like it. It goes wherever it feels like. Alright, skip this. We already seen the cutscene. That's mean, by the way. Congrats, you beat the enemy. Now we'll lower the lift. Wait, the enemy's back? Screw you, lift staying up. That's mean. Come on, game. trying to grab as many of these things I can get now, because once I climb a tower, I'm not going to get another one of these stars. So just get them now. Let it do its thing for this night. And we'll see if we get ourselves any more coins. I don't think we got to worry about the purple coins anymore. I think we're good, to say the least. I think we got more than enough to beat the game with fishing and then some. I think I have more than enough to even buy out like a bajillion cocos by doing fishing. So if you want to show how that part works, I think we're fine. So I am now entered hard mode. Gotta do this whole section with this rotation thing going in the mid. I'm so high up now, the stars have just kind of stopped spawning in terms of my view. They're still on the ground, though. I just can't see that anymore. I'm not hearing drowning yet. I'm actually letting me drown just because I want to hear that music. I'm not gonna have many more chances to fight these things. Oh, you're right! They do have drowning music for this thing. Huh, good call, Kira. I didn't know that. Also, I maxed out my coins. You can't get any more 999, so... yeah, this rotation's gonna be useless now. I did not know that thing had drowning music, because I'd never let that happen. Of course, now I get all the hundreds when I'm maxed. I can't get any more purple coins, and now I'm gonna get the good luck. That's the thing with drowning in this game. It's so hard to do because there's barely any water in the game you drown in, and even when you're in water, it takes a while for the oxygen meter to go down. That's why you never really drown in the game. Outside of those enemies, I've never drowned in a pool of water unless it was intentional. It's just that easy to avoid drowning. Actually, now thinking about it, no, I never heard that music because then I would have... oh yeah, I figured out how to do the ground pound thing the first time I was in one of those enemies. But it took me a bit to realize it. That's why. I was like halfway through the oxygen meter, and then I realized you ground pound it. So I never heard the drowning music, even on first playthrough. Yeah, the environment water doesn't trigger that drowning theme. I know that for a fact, because we drowned in this game on purpose in one of the previous streams, just so I can get out of a unreachable situation. Oh, there he is. You're gonna do the funny dance. Technically, I don't even think that mob would work here, because that thing is just stationary. I'm half tempted to turn it on, but I would have to redo a bunch of stuff. Chat, do I climb back up this tower again, just to see? I don't know if I should. That's the biggest problem. I don't know if I should. Yeah, that's way too much work. Technically, if you really want to see it, I can fight Knight real fast with overpowered Sonic, and then I can maybe just find a clip of that on Twitter and just post it later or something. I had to think on that one. It's like, one, it's already late, and two, I doubt that would work because this is a pre-rendered cutscene. I think it's a video file. Don't think that would matter. So now we know why the Titans were born. They were born with the power of the Chaos Emeralds to fight off this creature that destroyed the Ancients' homeworld. So they used them as a line of defense. Very murky water, by the way. This is just to prove that point environment music doesn't trigger drowning music, so right here. Yeah, all it does is beep at you. It doesn't do the drowning thing. I don't know why it doesn't do it there, but it does in an enemy's belly. That is so random. Well, that's why we hit the pulley. So that easily can happen. I don't like this part. It's a little awkward, so don't boost it. Just run up normal. You boost and you're just guaranteed to hit the spikes. Too close for comfort. That should trigger that pulley, so I'm good to go. And that, I believe, is a section that just gets triggered automatically as well, so it should be fine to move. Are we getting close to that part I hate from my first playthrough? There was a part I just kept on struggling with and I always fell. I think it's here-ish? No, I think we're already past it. Alright, what was the section I struggled with? Like, I can't even remember what that section was, but I'm gonna do this really quick. I'm gonna save so we can come back up here easily. Here's what this section looks like, by the way, because you can do these towers in any order. I'll just launch you straight back down to here. We're not gonna be doing anything else on this island anymore. We're done, technically. So once I hit this piece of the tower and interact with it, we're done here. Hence why I wanted to just show that path now. Because we'll immediately get taken to our final island after this.
Dimsway, Drain Dams, Device. Use Lash Gun, Erase the Shura de Shura. Try Great Trash, Mashule, Nueve Mule.
Salutes go out to all our fallen heroes. As we already know, I didn't make it. They sacrificed their lives, too, to try to save everyone, and it didn't work out. Speaking of which, now Sonic has sacrificed himself because the corruption is now at 100%. His body can no longer handle it, so he's done. But by doing all of this, look at who's here. Hey guys, long time no see. We did it. He saved all of his friends and even Eggman from cyberspace. But there's a side effect of doing it. Besides 100%ing Rhea Island, because there's literally nothing to do here. You 100% it just by playing through the story.
Oh, Sonic, no!
Sonic is now trapped in cyberspace. He's fully corrupted.
What happened to him?
He took on so much cyber energy, it corrupted him.
Meaning?
He's stuck between realities.
My only regret is you denied me the pleasure of finishing you off, rodent.
We must get you back into cyberspace immediately.
I just got out! That was the whole point!
I ran millions of simulations. The only way I can keep you alive is if you're not here when it gets out.
When what gets out?
Oh, that voice sounds familiar. Wherever it is.
Since time immemorial, I have languished here. The locks are broken. Now I shall tear down the walls between dimensions and consume all.
No, no, you don't. I'll mobilize the egg fleet and blow you out of the sky.
It won't be enough. It triumphed over the Ancients' technology. My simulations show a success rate of 0%.
No. Sonic worked too hard for us to give up now. Those visions we saw, we can drive back the corruption and bring him back.
Anything for Sonic.
Whatever it takes.
Sonic, I want you to see the hero I become.
Sonic, you still have love to share with this world too.
Sonic, we're even after this.
That's my favorite one. The other two are just all humble and wanting to do their best to help Sonic out. They all have like their moral reasons. And then Knuckles like, man, I'm just doing this because I don't want to owe you any favors. That's Knuckles for you. But they sacrificed themselves back to cyberspace for Sonic to be alive. So there goes the whole corruption plot. That just kind of just went out the window. It was literally just there.
Oh, good.
That was it.
He's back.
So you can tell if they committed to their
There's a
plan from
chance.
development, things would have
I
been
never
very different.
simulated a scenario where Sonic helped, since you never authorized it.
I still don't want to.
Please.
Sonic, I hereby induct you into the Eggman Empire in order you to save us all. Understand? This is not an alliance.
If that's how you want to spin it, Dr. Ego Man.
Sage, you will help me find the Chaos Emeralds. Sonic won't be fast enough.
Hey, wow!
As you command.
Of course, you have to mock him one final time. He doesn't want to do this, but his hand has been forced. Been a while, but Sonic and Eggman are on a team once again. Last time they really worked together technically was Sonic Adventure 2. I already count Sonic Heroes where he just kind of sat back and did nothing to let everyone else fight Neo Metal. So technically, it's been SA2 last time. It's been 20 years. So this is our final island of the game. Don't load the other file. Hey, you want to see me do that all again? Lost World? Yeah, I guess you got a point. I kind of forgot about that. But also, Lost World was weird because, spoilers for that game, he helped just to betray Sonic. He didn't help to actually save the world like he is here, unlike how it was in SA2. So, 06, well, we also forget 06 because even Sega forgot 06. That's been retconned. So 06 don't count now. Alright, we're pretty much done for tonight. I'm not going to play through any more of the game. So I think what we'll do, I wanted to test that one thing. I'm going back real quick. I have overpowered Sonic on, so we're going to go through all those towers real quick until the one with Giganto in it. I want to see. Does he dance? As we're wrapping up the stream, I might as well try this. So I'll punch Knight in the face once, and then I'll go right back to that island. So this will be like the last 10-ish minutes of the stream. It's fine. I don't think he will, but you know, why not? Why not? We get to fight Titan, the Titan for the third time here. Hi, Knight. So technically, by the way, you can get up here. Please stop. You can get up here without his whole section of like slapping the ground. Just good luck trying to do that. And there you go. Fight's over. Just instantly. I get right to the QTE. Do this successfully, and we're done. This is going to be the fastest version of Find Your Flame you'll ever hear. It's barely going to even get to the first course. And that's it. It's so fast. Have to watch the scene again, though, but outside of that, we're done. Fight's over. Now, the reason why I don't think this will work as well is that the Giganto dancing model, it only really shows up on Chronos Island when Giganto's active. So once you defeat the boss, that model goes away. And I think that's the model in question that's not in the set cutscene. We probably just gonna see a stationary dude, but you know what? I want to try it. I just want to see. So, I guess while we're going through the motions here, now we can kind of talk about the big plot reveal that just happened. So, that voice that we've been hearing ever since the very beginning, yeah, it turns out that was the bad guy the whole time. That has been the force that pulled everyone into cyberspace, lured Sonic and his friends out here to get Sonic to defeat these Titans and activate these towers. By activating these towers, that freed this creature that defeated the Ancients oh so many years ago. And this creature in question, even Sage is like, I ran the simulations. We're screwed. Like, this thing is that powerful, apparently. So, Sonic, you screwed up, buddy. No easy way to say it. You made a mistake. Stop trusting the voices in your head. So this is honestly, I think a lot of people seen it coming. I even saw this coming when I first played the game in some fashion. But yeah, they went with the typical trope of the thing that's helping you from the very beginning is the bad guy. This has been a trope we've seen so many times over the years in video games, so it's nothing new to see in this game. But yeah, I kind of agree with that one, Kira. At least it wasn't Eggman releasing the big bad evil. That's been different, because, yeah, Chaos, BioLizard, Dark Gaia, all that's been Eggman in some fashion. Or just entirely his fault. This camera's so disorienting. Wait, can I not go any higher because I'm in 2D? I gotta break out of 2D then. This should work. Oh yeah, that's gonna work. Easy. Alright, so one more tower and then we're there for the cutscene. So this one should be underground in Chaos Island with the, yeah, very jittery cutscene. I think that's supposed to be like a story-related reason why it's jittery, like how the backflash works. I think that's why it's like that. It looks weird to me, personally. Come on, come on. Yes, I got it! Nice! I can just go up here. Okay, automation weirdness. My favorite. Oh, come on, dude. I can get up here from this way. I've done it before. It's just really awkward. Jump over that. There, we got it. Okay, put your bets in now. Does he dance? I'm thinking no. It's like a damaged VHS. In some ways, I guess so. You're not wrong. Sad. There's not a second one dancing. Because I knew this one wouldn't. But I was expecting maybe like how we saw the other interaction on Chronos, that there'd just be a second one dancing. Sadly, that is not the case. Alright, we got our answer. So that's unfortunate, but proved it now for science. So yeah, next time we play the game, I think we're gonna be wrapping it up, because next time we just have one more island left, and honestly, it's not that big of an island. It's very small. It's the same size as both this island here, and then also, you know what, let me just go to it. That'd be easier. So we'll just, okay. Sure, do that, Sonic. As I was saying, the next island was called like Rhea, something like that. That island's size is the equivalent of both this one and Kronos. Technically, all part of the same island. They were all supposed to be one thing. That's why it's so small. So this said last island isn't going to be much of a challenge. The only major problem we're going to have is unrelated to the island's size. It's going to be the memory token requirements, because they are obscenely high on this island. But we have 999 of purple coins. So we can just fish at Biggs to get all of our tokens if we needed to. Oh, okay, there we go. Ouranus. Ouroboros. Okay, I gotcha. What did I just do? I hit a button for, like, a prompt.
Son, no.
That was weird. That was a faded out black screen. Sure. So let me just show it. Where is it? Where is it? There's a memory thing here. Where is it? Unless she doesn't get triggered yet. There's one here that's going to cost like an absurd amount, but I guess it's not triggered yet. But yeah, this is our final island, and if I can just get an aerial shot real quick. Snake eating himself. Yeah, that seems to be referenced in a lot of video games as of late. Okay, here you go. You can get a good scale. This is the island in general. That's it. That's about the same size as Kronos, but ever so slightly bigger. It's not that big of an island. You can definitely tell that this is a remnant from the game's early development, where this was supposed to be a part of like the very first area, but was separated out. I think you can even see this island from a distance in Kronos, if I'm not mistaken. At least that's what a lot of people say. I'm not 100% sure if that's true or not, but yeah, this is our final frontier, essentially. Our final frontiers. Yuck, yuck, yuck. And we'll be tackling this area next time, but after we're done with this, there's still technically a little more of the game I want to be showing off. We'll probably end up coming back to this over time because of downloadable content, because this game is going to get DLC in spurts. And I'm not even sure when the first set of DLC will come out, because they still haven't announced it. I would not be surprised if it's in the next like month or so, because one of the things in the DLC for Wave 2 is talk about Sonic's birthday, so Wave 1's got to come out before that for very obvious reasons. So I imagine we're going to see something with this game probably in a few weeks, but that's gonna do it. I really like this song, so you know what? I'm gonna just turn off the main music here. Then we're gonna swap over to the full cam with this music in the background. If you hear some Coco, well, actually, now it's even weirder when Sonic's doing the like running thing. So now I'm gonna want to probably just like shrink down the feed. I'll just put it in the corner, like up there. There you go. Just watch him do his thing every once in a while, I guess, because he's just gonna do whatever, and I'll let him do it. But that's gonna essentially do it. Like I said, next stream is gonna be the final one, probably in terms of how the game's overall story is concerned. But I'm still gonna want to play this again to show off arcade mode, because I want to just run through all the stages with that, just kind of talk about it for a bit. And then also there's another idea I have. I'm gonna keep that one secret for now. And outside of that, that'll be it for what's in the game currently. But that DLC, once again, that's gonna come out probably soon-ish. Give it a few weeks. So we'll be revisiting this game in chunks, kind of like what we did a few years back with Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. It's gonna be something similar probably in terms of its gaps, but once in a while we'll come back and we'll play this. I'll probably play the DLC on my own at first so I can see what content's in it, and then I can route things out from there, see how it works, if we can continue our level 1 status or if we actually are forced to level up. Hopefully we can continue it, but we'll see. But that's essentially it. So I'm just gonna do a little bit of housekeeping just to end it. I'm still uploading a bunch of shorts on the YouTube side, so every time I hit this command thing, it's not gonna show the current thing I really want to talk about, but guys, you've been liking the shorts. I've been noticing that. The views on the shorts have been pretty nice, so I'm just taking a bunch of the stream highlights and putting them in the short format. It's been great. I got a lot lined up, so I hope you do like them. There's a lot coming your way. Besides that, the usual's going on, the auto expansion. That's still going strong. But the bigger thing, I guess, would be We wrapped up Portal 2 recently in the LPR League, so that's all done. If you want to see that full game being played, now you can. But tomorrow we have one more Portal-related video going up. So I would definitely say keep your eyes out on that channel for that one, as there's technically one more game that I can physically play, because technically there's another Portal game we could have played. It's a VR game. None of us have VR, so we're not recording a virtual reality thing without it. But there is another Portal game that came out earlier last year, technically, that you can play, and that's Aperture Labs. So check that one out, or Aperture Desktop. I always call it Aperture Labs. I don't know why. That'll be coming out tomorrow on the channel. It's a one-off. So after that, then the Portal stuff will be fully done. So look forward to that. But that's essentially it. So yeah, with that, that's gonna do it for me for tonight. So I'm out of here. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys here next week for, well, I guess we'll wrap up both Freedom Planet 2 and Sonic Frontiers. Perfect timing. See you guys next week.